devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Alrighty, everyone. 1 second, double checking everything. Throwing it to the main scene. Webcam's working. I'm here. I'm standing this time. I figured I would give it a go. I did my last auction reaction stream standing, and I very much enjoyed it. It definitely looks like my mic's up a bit too high, so it's a good little extra. Oh yeah, that thing's up literally on the maximum. Literally on the maximum. So we'll turn you down here. Check, 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 check. Go down a little bit more. Check. Check, 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 check. How we doing here? I can check the audio through my device that you guys are all seeing. Check. Check, 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 check. Yeah, see, it's pretty high. Strange. Okay, we'll bring it down even more. My main input is going here. Let's go make sure microphone properties, maybe, yeah, VIO. That seems way better. Better reads, better reads. Thank you, everyone. Man, just all the tech problems today. I love the streaming. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, by the way. Thank you, thank you. Here, I can check the audio through my device. Is going here. Okay, now we're at a normal tone. Now I'm not going to break your ears while I get excited over one of the items going for a lot of buckaroos, okay? So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I'll do my little spiel here. Let's double check that all my windows are open. But I did my last auction reaction stream standing, and I had a fun time. I had a very fun time doing it standing. So I figured I'm going to give it a go again. And I think same move can happen. Yeah, and I can use the mouse on my hip, and you guys don't even see it. I can just stand here like Captain Morgan and be ready to go. All right. So, how do I do the ditty? this is, if you're a regular follower, shouts out first off to Acorn Auctions Hamilton. You can see their link over on the side here, okay, to the side of the window. That's their logo. And below me is their auction that we're going to be reviewing today. And pinned in the top of the chat on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick is the link to the auction if you want to register. If you see any of the items today and you're very interested, do not be afraid to participate, okay? So, these are the lovely collaborators the lovely collaborators that I work with on a regular basis. It's a duo based out of Hamilton, Ontario. I met them through my reselling hustle, and man, they're the sweetest, and they have an exceptional eye for high quality products that are very tasteful. They're not just trying to sell you the big ticket items that are worth millions of dollars. They're really picking out the truly unique antiques in fields that I'm not a specialty in. So that's glass, blown glass, art, prints, ceramics, and there's a lot more variety mixed in. But in terms of the educational process of this, if you want to learn some new things about the values of these items or get yourself a one-of-a-kind piece, this is the live reaction you want to be watching. So I do collaborate on auctions myself with my business partner, Patty, of Patty's Pop-Ups. That is Paddy, okay? And my name is Bailey. I operate an eBay store called Grandma's Dead Stock. And on a monthly basis, we run our own auctions, but we do estate clearances. So we take out everything from the house and sell all of it. It's definitely not as refined, tasteful, and awesome as Acorn Auctions is. So it's a lovely experience to be able to curate and participate in hosting this live experience. Now, if it's your first time, what I typically do is we go from this window, I switch over to the focus on what's going on with the auction. I always love to look at what has the most bids first. Not necessarily the most high ticket items, like not necessarily the most expensive items, but what's drawing the most attention before the bidding wars start. So we'll go through, we do a little review of which items are at the top of that list right now. And I'll drop some knowledge bombs based on what it is. If we need to do research, we can do that too. And from there, take a little break right before, so at 7:45 we take a little breather just so I can prepare myself auction-wise. Again, I'm a little rusty. I had a family emergency about a month ago, and again, this lovely duo at Acorn Auctions Hamilton, they were very supportive in me taking whichever journey I needed to be able to support the loved ones who are dear to me. So shouts out to them. Very patient, very caring people. I know they've been going through the self-employment woes as well. So I do not take that for granted. And best wishes to them for this auction. But if my auctioneer voice is a little slower, that's why. I'm going to 100% through the summer. I have to do I almost have to do like singer vocal training. I have to be able to I already understand the diaphragm speaking because I used to do public speaking, but I have to practice the enunciating at a very rapid pace because that's where I literally get tongue twisted trying to keep up with the auctions closing. But I hope it helps humanize my experience as we're all getting hyped up together, you know? I think that's fairly reasonable. This guy's still running a little high. If anyone thinks my mic is too high at any point, please just let me know. I can gladly turn it down a few notches. It's an interesting switch up for me, for sure. But for now, as stated, I'm going to slide on over here. I want to remind everyone that I am simulcasting. So I am live on Twitch, I am live on Kick, and I am live on the YouTubes. I know a lot of y'all are watching on YouTube, and the best way to support me right now is to drop a subscription. A little subscribe button underneath that video, you hit that, and not only do you get to see more live reactions to Acorn's auctions, you get to see mine, as well as my working on a weekly basis at the warehouse, sorting through more antiques. And some of the other fun things. I just finished a website for a client, actually my family's church. So tomorrow I'll be doing a warehouse stream. Thursday, I'll be doing a review of the website as I finish up the SEO. So I'll talk through some of my practices of how I design it, why I pick the color palettes, and just general info I've gained over time because I've built too many websites to count now. And for decently notable clients, I can't brag too much about it, but I am quite happy with it. Yeah, we're gonna. I don't think I'm clipping, but I'm running hot on the microphone for some reason. Okay, so we're at Acorn Auctions up. All right, got all the windows ready for y'all. Oh, I don't think I showed it. I don't think I showed my new. So my water cup. This is something that we got from a pick. I got like a red Solo cup, but I got big hands, right? I got like an extra large red Solo cup that's like made of hard plastic. So this is, I love it as the bit. I love, I got the massive hands that can't even fit on it. It's like it's definitely my favorite water cup now. I've just never seen anything like that. I thought it was really cool. Okay. So reviewing the items, and again, bear with me, everyone. It's the first time getting back to it. I mean, I did me and Patty's, and that was, I held my own. Typically, you will see me bidding on these auctions as well, but this is like the first time that I'm not going to participate. A, we had some technical issues. B, me and Patty are a little overloaded with our own wares at the moment, so we figured, why rush to it, right? Let me just double check one more layout thing. I'll set you up here and open this up. Might be able to slide your window open so you can see all 4 items, is what I'm thinking. No, it's set up perfectly. Okay. So, oh, the ashtray is literally cheeky. Good bit. I like that writing. Good little writing move there. Fantastic writing move by Lynn of Acorn Auctions. I don't know if you want government names, so if you don't want me to use real names, just please let me know. Cast metal, $32. That's a good gift for older folks. I see why that one's going. Retro ceramic dinosaur. Is there anything? Okay, ceramic dinosaur. It's got 14 bids, so it's got a relative amount of competition. It is just retro. They have any notes? It is made by... Oh, it's nothing too crazy. It's not any one of those Ohio ceramics. Working with Acorn Auctions, I've been very much having a fun educational experience learning about how American-made ceramics are really out-competing the traditional products that you would think of as being the high-ticket china or the high-ticket ceramics, glassware, etc. Like the Royal Daltons, the Sheffield, all that fun stuff. This large glass vase. No, I said glass. It's not glass. Maurice, I struggled with this one before in the past. I do remember this. But thankfully, I am Canadian. I had to experience some French in my life. So I think it is Chalvenac, the Maurice Chalvenac large vase. But I will say, if I have to go fast, it's going to be a big blunder. Epic large drip vase. This is one of a kind. I use that a little sparingly. I'm certain that there's probably about 5 of them made. $100, 12 bids. That's some good competition going on. Very excited to see how much those go for. Les Sweden pottery. See, there's a name after all of these experiments. What is Les Sweden? Les Sweden ceramics. Okay, that's one I want to learn about later. I won't bore you with going through a big search. Again, I do use DuckDuckGo. If you're not aware of that, DuckDuckGo is one of the search engines you can use that doesn't track your data. It just provides you the raw facts of what is most relevant to your search. I love the speckles on it. Those speckles, wow. That's stunning. A lot of patience and craftsmanship put into this piece. $14, 11 bids. I can definitely see that one getting some competition. We've got the solid brass napkin rings. Oh my god, they look like they're straight out of Lord of the Rings. Looks like Sauron's crown. I'm not a nerd, you are. For knowing what that was. Cute though, very cute. Good napkin rings. So the one that caught my eye. Oh man, if me and Patty didn't put the limitation on of like what I could be purchasing. This brass cat dish. Oh, diggity. I wouldn't actually use it. As a reseller myself, it's always a funny experience, even when I'm doing my own auction pickups. Like, a good portion of the conversations I have with my clients is how I also have to mitigate my own purchasing habits. Because once you see too many cool things in an auction like this one, you're just like, yeah, you know what, I'm already in on one item. I may as well get a brass cat dish, but I got so many cool dishes already. But this is I see what you did here. I see it. Rare vintage brass cat dish / ashtray is a hard word to say. Or offering dish, possibly. See what you did? Possibly. It's possibly whatever you could imagine it to be. Sleeping Beauty Disney glasses. Yeah, Disney Anna is hot. This one makes sense. Oh, Giuseppe Armani. Armani owls. Wow, if someone wants in here. Seriously, Armani? Snowy bench, Florence sculpture, Giuseppe. I know it's not the same fashion Armani, but I know he is just as notable of an artiste. Let me be more respectful and call him an artisan. These are amazing. I love how they're like varying degrees of sleepy. One very sleepy, one sort of sleepy, one ready to go. And the branch details, wow. Does it light up? I see the wire in that. Snowy owl bench. Yeah, Acorn, if you have... I'm very curious with this Armani piece. I see the wire coming out of it. Is it? Oh no, it's a legitimacy tag. Okay, so folks, if you're worried about it, it's got the authenticity proof right attached straight to it. Brass and marble lot, fair. $12, 8 bids, that's very interesting. Brass sun, cute as well. Oh my god, these candlestick holders. And the duck. We got 2 awesome candlestick holders. Man, you like candles. This is definitely what you want to get in on. That's so cool. I really like those. I very much like these. Trumpet. Wow. And guys, if you noticed, if you've been watching these auction reaction streams since I started collaborating with Acorn Auctions, I've been trying to build up my YouTube following. We were at like 200 when I started working with Acorn. I'm almost at 500. So if you've been watching all the way through this journey, I very much encourage you to subscribe so you can continue to participate. Because the closer I get to monetization, there's only going to be more and more fun features for you guys to get involved with. Like, the monetization isn't necessarily going to go straight into my pocket, but once I have mods, we can add really fun interactive features. Even for Acorn Auctions here, it'd be really cool if we had like a tally in the corner, or we could do little over-unders of what we thought items would go for or not. And I would love to be able to run those features for longer, but I'd have to fairly compensate for the labor costs of a second hand helping out, right? Brass duck, classic felt bottom too. Man, I would want the trumpets and the duck. Another Maurice Chauvelnac, and I am sure... Wow, that's sick. Canadian made. Famous Canadian artist. Again, an incredible amount of detail. Man, to get the glaze on that correct, like the severe amount of layering you would have to do. You'd probably have to fire that thing like multiple. Nah, I don't know if that would break it. I should watch my words because I don't know enough about ceramics, but there's no way you could do that in one glaze attempt. You'd probably have to glaze it multiple times. But let me catch myself because I don't know that 100%. 1960s Love Light. The original psychedelic hippie lamp known as the Love Light. A true vintage piece. 7 bids. This I've never heard of. I like it. I'm biased, though. Don't judge me by my appearance, okay? Just because I got long hair and I like it. Alright, Internet, I see you. I see you judging me through your televisions. Alright? I want to remind everyone that if you are watching this right now, live, the link to participate is pinned in the description. And even further, if you follow that page, you click the high bid link, that takes you to Acorn Auctions high bids. That's where you'll be able to see even more of their auctions as they line them up, and they are upcoming. I never know, for some reason, my promo bot for me always double posts. I'm going to also make it longer because your auction advertisements are more important. So we're going to go to 90 minutes. We're going to save that bad boy. There you go. Because the one that's important is what the chatbot just dropped. That is the auction link to participate. Uranium glass, if you're on TikTok, I think everyone knows the importance of uranium glass. It is a one-of-a-kind piece. Very rare. A lot of it, lesser known fact, uranium is actually, the key mines for North America are in Canada. So they're not necessarily Canada made, but the uranium included in these pieces quite typically do come from Canada. So if you're looking to support local, this is a very cool and unique piece. They always have these stunning, subtle shades of green attached. Yeah, I do love this standing stance. It gives me a little bit more variety. It also helps with my undiagnosed ADHD. Pew pew. Nice to see you, Aleem. Nice to see you. I am in a self-employment grind week. Last one was chaos. You know why that last one was chaos. This one is just work-based. After I get through this week, I will have some more availability back, and I would absolutely love to have a hang sesh. I appreciate you. So that's also for the audience. I'm a little sleepy emotionally, energy-wise. Feeling great. Things are moving well. They're all progressing forward. I've been faced with so many challenges lately, and I've been able to conquer them in a very successful way. But sometimes, when you choose a difficult life path, that means you're getting 6 hours of sleep a night. You know, you're not getting your full 8 hours. You're not getting your adult hours of sleep. You know what I mean? So this Fiesta, I could see this running up. The 6 bids on the Fiesta. It's a really cool salmon color, and as I've learned through these collaborations with Acorn, these Fiesta pieces are doing fantastic. And I love you too, Aleem. That's very sweet of you. You're such an awesome human. Very grateful for having you in my life. And thank you for dropping in, and thank you for always being a massive supporter. I know a lot of people in your life also think the same. And yeah, appreciate you, fam. Not... This is one I'm intrigued. Cruel. Siren nautical cruel art. What is cruel? Okay, we're gonna go on. As I said, this is education for both me and stream. What is cruel art medium? What is cruel? It's cruel? It's embroidery. Okay, so this is embroidery art. And now I can see this as soon as I click it. Okay. I hope I can help someone else learn here. Shouts out to Stoned in the chat on Twitch. Again, I want to remind everyone, I am simulcasting, so I am live on the Twitch. I am live on the Kick, and I am live on the YouTube. Again, we're working towards monetization on the YouTube so that I can pay mods to make these interactive features even more cooler. It's nice. It's quite nice. I do actually like it. The alabaster fruit. Oh, I know where they got the alabaster fruit from. This was from one of our auction estates. I'm so glad they've divided it. I'm so glad it's getting attention. We cleared out this estate for a very, nice family whose mother unfortunately passed away. I very much enjoyed these pieces, and I was hoping they'd find a good home, and the lovely duo over at Acorn Auctions saved the day by ensuring that these pieces are also going to find a good home, hopefully with one of you buyers, because look at the details on, making these little mini pears and these little mini apples. They're adorable. And the little peach slice, oh man, as I said, I'm trying to purchase less because I already have way too much stuff. But man, if I was balling, if I had my own farmhouse, I would take those little glass fruit and put them all over my house. They're too adorable, and they would fit every rooming scenario, you know? It's so cute. So again, everyone, I'm very excited to be getting back to this with Acorn Auctions Hamilton. This is something we do on a monthly basis. I had to support my family for a family emergency last month, and then Acorn Auctions themselves have been running around doing many incredible, busy, awesome, all of the positive words, local markets. Both with the ceramics, and they do have a passion that they're hoping to make one of their key professions in working with prints. Antique, vintage, and collector prints. So if you want to catch them selling those, follow them on the Instagrams or the Facebooks, and that's where you can catch where their upcoming auctions will be. 1930s hobnail small vase, hobnail glassware. What is hobnail glassware? Hobnail glassware is a type of decorative glass characterized by a pattern of raised bumps or knobs resembling hobnails. Yes, that makes sense. Very cool. Also intensely difficult. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate everyone for stopping by. The auction does have a soft close for 8 p.m. today, all right? 8 p.m. And a soft close means that as the bidding starts to have competition, if an item's very close to ending, to closing, and someone puts in a bid in the last minute, it will extend the time that it is available. So this way you can't have one buyer sniping all of the quality products, all right? So if you want to participate and you're worried about missing out on a piece, do not worry, because it can't just get stolen out underneath you. Just make sure you are following every piece that you know you're interested in, and I guarantee you'll be able to have a chance at fetching it. Chromex canisters, okay, how much are they going for? $13 with 5 bids. I've always been dearly in love with these Chromex canisters and kitchen canisters. I've just always struggled with reselling them. So I'm so glad to see these get the attention that they deserve. These guys, they're classic kitchen pieces that with the throwback culture of the fashion culture. Look at those amber lids and the tin. Man, everything about these. You could design a retro home or a modern home with these, and they would pop so sick, so fantastically. I'm trying to use, because I know we have a more diverse audience watching YouTube who may not be used to the live streaming format. I want to let you know that if you're watching this, part of the difference with the live streaming format, do not be afraid to say hi, okay? It's meant to be an interactive experience, and don't be afraid to drop in, say a couple things in the chat, all right? No one's vindictive over here, all right? Beige and brown, set of 4, used for whatever you want. Each has a plastic lid with a knob. Brand new almost. And they're nesting. So again, about 10-15 minutes. I'm going to take a breather. I will be back at latest 5 minutes before 8 o'clock. I like to step outside for some fresh air before we go so that I can compose myself, because the big practice of what I'm doing, man's, I got to put on the auctioneer voice. As these things close, we got to get it rocking, okay? We got to get it rocking, and I end up talking the fastest I've ever talked. I am going to have to do some singing exercises after for sure. And also, Party Parrot and the chill vibes here. Hey, I appreciate you, Stone. Biggest supporter, big homie from the long time. I appreciate you coming through. In case anyone's curious who's not from the local live streaming audience, there's plugins. So those, like, you know, memes, let's put them that way, memes and emotes. There's plugins that people who are terminally online, like me, like who watch a lot of live streams. They can make really cool animations. That's for another time, y'all. Again, with the interactivity, once I can afford to pay mods, I'll give you a little bit of education on how you can participate on that too, okay? Yeah, 7TV and Better TTV. And so those are extensions on your Chrome browser. If you look those up and add them, you'll be able to see what the Party Parrot looks like. It just helps to make it, yeah, you get a little bit goofier ones rather than just your standard emojis that you get with your cell phone and any internet application, you know what I mean? MCM lamp. Patty's really indoctrinated me into enjoying the lamps. Let's check out this lamp. Oh, and this bohemian glass vase. Party Parrot is sick. I love the Party Parrot. The Party Parrot, I'm biased on the Party Parrot. And I just like saying it. Something about it. The double entendre, the entendre. It's not a double, it's just one. It's just one entendre. The entendre of saying Party Parrot. Fantastic. Walnut with orange and vintage lampshade. I love everything about this. This is adorable. This is adorable. MCM lamp, 4 bids. Oh, the bidding competition must go up on that. And this bohemian glass vase. Czech Republic heavy vase. Yes, it does look quite dense, actually. I'm curious how much it weighs. Again, everyone, I want to remind you to shout out Acorn Auctions Hamilton. Their auction link is pinned in the chat. And if you want to participate, you can click that link and register to bid. All right? I had a little bit of technical problems, so unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see me participate today, which is totally fine, because again, me and Patty, we got to place a couple limiters on ourselves. We're talking about lamps. Bro, I got lamps, bro. You want to see lamps? You do not want to see the lamp corner in our warehouse. It is absurd. Fiesta canister. Ooh, this is one of my favorite Fiesta pieces I've seen in an Acorn auction yet. I really like. Look at that detail. Dark orange base, light orange lid, and what I have learned through doing these auctions alongside Acorn is USA made, USA sourced. The Ohio River is where all of these Fiesta ceramics come from. So if you're really concerned, given our political time, I won't go on a politics ramble. I was going to say political ramble. That still works. You want to buy local? You want to buy North American? Woo! Yeah, shouts to Acorn. Lovely, lovely duo. Very grateful to work for them. I guess technically I am working for them right now, but collaborate with them is definitely more apt. And also, everyone, I'm getting bracing myself for the auctioneer voice. Just a slight reminder, I had a breather to help the family. I've done one since I've been back. So I will move as fast as and efficiently as possible, but there could be, I could slip up here and there. I'm not perfect. I'm humble. Blue Mountain and more. So we got Blue Mountain vintage drip glaze pottery, $7, 3 bids. So we're moving a little lower down the list. Oh, that's interesting. Just a Canada stamp. Oh, wow. Okay, now it's got some in there. Blue Mountain was one of the things that I learned about as I was learning more about these pieces. Like, I understood that it was the Blue Mountain region. I understood there's a bunch of clay available, but I didn't know it was in such high demand. The turtle, adorable. Adorable turtle. And I'm looking at this Buse or Bose. It depends if it's French-Canadian or not. Canada pottery. Very pretty. Another good piece. Those could be great like serving dishes or great like little trinket bowls. Oh, and there's I would genuinely, I know they did it for the scale measurements, but I would totally, if I had them, they would be on display like that. I would have the bowl inside the other bowl, and that looks great. You could have like the lower level with like coins and the top level with keys and stuff. Very cool, very fun. And this turtle, oh my god, I love the turtle. Incredible small decorative Blue Mountain pottery turtle with original tag, made in Canada. From my time in journalism college, if I really need to, I can put on the news reporter voice. Today, today I'm bringing you some Blue Mountain pottery turtles, and it's all about this weird inflection that you put at each end of your sentence. That's... Looks like the Ginju Force. Yeah, I kind of see that. You spelt it wrong. It's definitely not Ginshu Force. What is it again? It's not Ginshu. It's the... I know what you're talking about, though. You're talking about DBZ. I know you're talking about DBZ. You're close. You're very close. It's not Ginshu. BMP Fawn. So BMP is another Ohio River-based pottery. No, Blue Mountain Pottery. Golly gee, okay. BMP is Blue Mountain Pottery. I should have known that acronym. Very cute. Cute little boy. We got a cute little boy here. People are going to come home with some awesome animals today. Cork Mushroom Art. Okay, so Hiroshi, I am not going to attempt to say this name, but lot number 77. This thing looks equally as inspiring. An original, what year? Japanese silk embroidered tapestry framed. Also very fun. I love all these embroidered tapestry. Yeah, Ginyu. Ginyu. Yes, 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 yes. Ginyu. Ginyu Force. For everyone who's not an anime weeb, that is a Dragon Ball Z reference. If you look up the Ginyu Force, as spelt by Aleem, you'll probably just have a good giggle. It's nothing too extreme. They're known for doing these ridiculous poses. It's like a classic of anime. A bronze fish, so they got a solid bronze fish dish. That one is terrible for my speech impediment, as well as a bronze cat dish. No, that was brass. So we got a brass. You can get a brass cat dish and a solid bronze fish dish. Fish dish is almost as fun to say as party parrot, if it wasn't specifically the one that I struggle with saying. I really like that. How big is the fish dish? Fish dish is 6 inches. 6 inch fish dish. Sorry, I had to. And a donkey bottle opener. Oh my god, why not get the brass cat, bronze fish, donkey, cast iron donkey? Man, all the materials, all the aminals. And that's so dope. I really like the donkey. Oh man. Again, too bad I'm not allowed to bid on this one. The donkey, I would get in on the donkey. I would start a donkey battle. Yeah, this guy is the anime boss, by the way. Yeah, I definitely watch a fair bit of anime. I know I put on a well-composed behavior here, and I know I look like I'm a straight and narrow fellow. I'm being sarcastic, by the way, but I do love me some big animes. I was just watching the Devil May Cry anime on Netflix. If you do not like R-rated stuff, I do not recommend it. It's a little violent, but violent in the fun way. It's very cartoonish. If you like video games, also very fun, but I'm getting way too nerdy. 6-inch fish sticks. I like this one a lot. This blow mold vase. This piece was manufactured in France by my Fazel Corp. I like this. That's fun. Green heart-shaped glass dish. Red glass slag. Wow, $6. 2 bids. Look at how big this boy is. That's so cool. We'll make the world's biggest marble out of that. Make one of those TikToks where you're like kicking it down the street until it becomes an orb. I've seen so many of those lately. Maybe I just watched too many of them, and that's what it's my fault for breaking my own feed. But there's like all these. I keep watching all these TikToks of people like kicking a rock until it becomes a perfect circle. I'm like, what? I must have broken my feet. I'm like, how does this? What's going on with society right now? And again, I want to remind everyone that if you do want to participate in this auction, if you're seeing some very unique pieces that are awesome to you, you can still participate through the pinned link in the chat, okay? Supporting Acorn Auctions is supporting a local business by a duo of fantastic humans who are both very inspiring and very good at what they do. So if you empower them through purchasing in this auction, then you also have you're empowering like the right folks. They got the cutest little home, they got the cutest little collection, and they're also the sweetest folks ever. Okay, so just if you want to do some conscious spending as we're heading into troubled financial times, hey, this is the place to be spending it. And if you want to support me, best way to do that is to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching this, okay? Let's see how many likes do we got on the YouTube video. We got 5 or more people watching, and I only see 1 like on the YouTube video. So if you're participating, you're having a fun time, all you got to do is hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button, that's all I ask. If you're feeling generous, hit the sub button, okay? Because the more subscriptions I get, the closer I get to 1,000. When I hit 1,000, we're monetized, okay? And it's not about putting more money in my pockets. As soon as I get money through that subscription, it's going right back into making this cool content. And actually, even these streams, I want to pay an editor to be able to chop them down to a digestible length. So if you missed this live stream, you'll be able to watch a 20-minute video. You can watch a 20-minute video about the coolest things that's sold in this auction, all right? Now, I am about to take my last minute breather. I'm going to step outside. We're going to take a 5-minute break in a moment, because now we are on to the $5 items. Again, I want to remind everyone that one of the reasons I do this is that I really enjoy seeing what has the most bids on it, so that I can understand what has the most competition, like what is like most desirable by the folks who pop up before things are dropping. All right, so what we're going to do right now, I'm going to throw you on BRB. We're going to be right back, and you can see our chat bot already hooked it up. If you want to follow Acorn on Instagram, the link is right there. If you want to participate, they are also, the link is right above. We are going to take a 5-minute breather so I can chug this giant solo cup of water, get these vocal cords ready. I'm probably actually going to literally get one of my Halls and my throat lozenges. I found out that's the magic trick. I gotta, having a cough medicine drop. Oh man, I could go way longer. That's a little performance enhancing for the talking end. Probably about like 200 words a minute. Again, I'm glad I did journalism, and I'm sorry that I don't deliver you guys the actual big news reporter voice. So my name's Bailey Nargang, and I will be right back in 5 minutes. Okay, I'll be right back. this jam here. The background music I use for the streams is one of my boys. It's probably one of my favorite tunes off of the background audio that I use. Just a little simple xylophone. And the water. Oh, it's great background music, and it's fun. It's cute. It's so well rounded. And also, shout out, you need DMCA free music. Find your boys who are your friends who are artists and don't have publishing deals. Then you can play their music on stream as much as you want. So shouts to I Am Infinite. He doesn't really produce anymore, but if you want to find it on the Spotify's, it is spelt music is by I Am Infinite. He's got one album out there. We're going to get the Lawson Gin. And I had one last personal promo I wanted to remind everyone about. I did forget. Bro. We're adjusting back to doing these live stream formats. And I got to do this standing almost every time. I got to figure out how to get Patty incorporated when we do our own reaction streams. But the standing very much accommodates my eclectic style. I feel way more comfortable being able to bounce around a little bit. Sitting in the chair, I feel like crumpled. I feel like I look like a video game streamer. I enjoy this standing. But the thing I wanted to remind everyone about is if you live in the Toronto area, I will be at a market this weekend. And Patty, so me and my business partner, will be doing 2 separate markets. I will be at my family church, the Roncesvalles United Church. There, I will have a booth advertising our downsizing, primarily our downsizing and estate clearances, and some cool unique pieces just in case anyone wants to spend some big bucks. Plus I'll have like dollar records, dollar VHS, dollar enamel pins, nice, easy, low barrier purchases that are just kind of fun and show that we'll take everything out of your house. If you need clothes, if you're looking for clothes on the low, like $2 pants, $5 shirts, like whatever, low cost, you just want to stock up, or you want to be a reseller yourself, you can find Patty at Trinity Bellwoods at the entrance off of Shaw Street, okay? He'll be right at the entrance to the park. You'll see him. It will be obvious. Think of the eclectic guy, the most eclectic guy you can imagine, the weirdest collection of stuff. He'll be there with it, all right? Now, back to our current dealie-o. We are getting ready for the launch of this auction with Acorn Auctions Hamilton. I want to remind everyone, we've got 5 minutes left, all right? 5 minutes left. Let's refresh this. So for some reason, my timers are off. Yeah, let's refresh it. I got a little nervous there. I didn't know what was going to happen. Gave me a big warning. Okay, we have 3 minutes. 3 minutes to close. 3 minutes to close. I think I need to take my dark reader off. I think it's interfering. So sorry if I'm going to blast you with live catalog. Here we go. This is the issue. This is why. Okay, I can turn the dark reader back on. So softer on your eyes. This is why. All right, so we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If you want to participate and get yourself some very unique pieces of glassware, all right? The link is pinned in the live stream description of this, okay? In the future, if you subscribe to my channels, when you're building up my monetization opportunities, it is so that we can work with people like Acorn Auctions Hamilton and be able to create digestible 20-minute videos of this experience. So that if you miss it, if you're not tuning in live, you'll be able to have just as much fun participating in this experience, because I absolutely love seeing the very unique things that they are able to curate, and their keen eye for incredible pieces is both inspiring and educational for me. And my biggest goal through doing these streams is the storytelling of the experience, to be able to share it with you all as well. Because my little tinkery brain, what I enjoy most is being able to absorb as much info as possible. My resume thing is my passion is people, and my formal education grants me the degree of communications coordinator, but that doesn't define me by any means. And if I can call y'all out, all the watchers here, we got a good amount of people watching on YouTube. I only see one thumbs up. Don't be afraid to hit that subscription button as well while you're there. Okay, so we got 1 minute left. IKEA antique pieces tend to do incredible, all right? So if you are a reseller or a collector, kind of like gold, Rolex watches, you want to invest in something that you can resell for a profit, do not be afraid to buy an IKEA piece. And I dropped the link in the chat to be able to purchase that, and now I will have a sip of water. I've got the lozenge down. It's time to go into fast talking mode. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you everyone for supporting me. And I want to remind you, if you do want to support local, Acorn Auctions is based out of Hamilton and does ship to Canada and the US. So with 25 seconds left, we have the 90s handmade IKEA planter about to go. We don't want to go for 0, that's okay, but at least the other one does have interest. It is a incredible shape. You could fit a lot of stuff in there. So it's good to see these abstract vases. I am curious as to see why someone would only want one of them and not the other, because these would be incredible. You want to give flowers to people. Oh my god, and they're chrome. I thought it was, is it chrome? Yeah, it is. Wow. These are so sick. And again, I love the high bid platform because of these dings. We can see people getting involved in the auction. So we got a little bit more competition going on with the IKEA handmade planter, and this is what we like to see, folks. What else do we got? We got a couple things coming up. We have the Rare Designer and Nielsen IKEA vase. So interesting. This is again why I really value working with Acorn Auctions Hamilton, because it's so cool to see the variety that they get and all this antique IKEA. This is very hard. If you were to take this and punch it into eBay, you will see that there's not many listings. So if you want a one-of-a-kind piece, this is where to hop in on it. And now we got the chrome vases about to close. The one going for $5. I would like to see a bid on at least one of them. If you guys are interested in vases, you keep a lot of plants, you keep a lot of flowers. Ooh, we got one closing, so it's your last chance with 25 seconds to get the other one. We have some West German vases and another one of the designer IKEAs. Oh my gosh, come on, y'all. And look at this giant orb glass vase. Hey, personally, I would use it as a fishbowl. Or terrarium. Sick terrarium, sick fishbowl. Get in there. We got another bid coming in. Where did it go? Where did it go? Who created competition? Not on any of the new items. Oh, I was trying to tell you guys. You don't need a chrome vase. Yo. Alright. So we got some competition going on with the red glass slag. I've been saying vase too much. The red glass slag is also pretty sick. If you have any type of like craftiness in your blood, highly recommend it. You can use this. Look at those beautiful lines in it too. I'm sure you could use this for many different features. I'm already having an amazing time. I hope you guys are as well, and I hope you guys are getting everything that you want. Again, this auction is closing, so it is a soft close. If you bid on any of these items that are very close to finishing, it will extend the time that they are available, just like you can see with this 90s IKEA handmade planter that is now at $6. And that's what we like to see, folks. The red glass slag bid up to $9. I'm glad to see we got some competition on it. So you know what we're gonna look at? We're gonna look at the blown glass whale figurine, which I just noticed the typo in, but that's totally okay. Wait, we're gonna say it's whale as in Wales, all right? Welsh Pride. It's a Welsh Pride blown glass figurine. I love the amber to it. Very cute color. Wow, yeah. Great pictures by Acorn Auctions as well. Incredibly highlighted of all the details. The chalet style vintage amber glass about to close. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. We've also got that IKEA planter about to close. But this amber glass, it's crazy how well ashtrays have been doing. So I am surprised that no one wants this for their home use. Again, everyone, you can see the chat bot just dropped the link again. So if you are interested in any of these pieces, it is not too late to participate, if I am correct. Okay, and we got some competition going on. We got a blown glass paperweight also running it up. So we've got some of the more unique blown glass pieces gaining the attention that they deserve. All right, so if you're interested in any of these, time to hop in, y'all. We got the red glass slag. We've got the heart-shaped glass dish. And then this blown glass paperweight that looks like a cartoonish frog, but I absolutely love it. And the next big ticket piece coming up are the blown glass grapes. So this one is a super cute vintage art glass clear controlled bubbles frog toad paperweight figurine. That's a lot of words to say. The rare glass grapes though, $40, 8 bids, 2 minutes left on that. And the froggo shouts to the chat. Thank you guys. I appreciate that you're seeing the value in the frog just like I do. You got a lot of, you need glass animals? Oh boy, we're gonna have some glass animals coming up in this auction, okay? So get in while you can. Get in while you fit in, you know what I mean? The blown glass grapes are very cool. We've got the Bohemian style crystal, the whale, the Welsh figurine about to come up. And then we've got some of the more bigger ticket items, right? So we got $9 on the slag that's got competition. We've got 40 seconds left on the whale figurine. The frog's going for 10. We've got the grapes going for 40. And the Czech Republic cobalt blue crystal, which is a sensational tone of blue that I would, wow. Like, look at this bad boy. Chipped glass in all the right terms of that definition. Clearly intentionally done. Definitely created by the artist. Hand blown. Very cool accent piece. Imagine that on any bookshelf. And it is 4 inches by 4 inches. So it's not like an offensively large piece. Like that would be a great accent figure. And we've got the blown glass whale about to close with the paperweight getting some competition. And ooh, 1 minute left on the glass grapes without anyone bidding it up. Come on, folks. These things are very, very cool and incredibly difficult to craft, actually. Once you know a little bit about glass crafting, man, to make all these little marbles, if you are a glass collector, I highly recommend. Like, those things are hard to come by and hard to create in such great quality. And it is vintage translucent, well, with green jade. I didn't even notice that the leaves on it are glass as well. And that's about to close with 19 seconds left. We've got a little bit more competition happening with the froggy and the slag, which, again, make your own orb. Get famous on TikTok, buy that red glass slag at a competitive price, and you can make your next very own viral TikTok, turning it into a sphere, because hashtag satisfying. The Egerman Bohemian Crystal Vase, and we've also got the Amber Crystal Vase that are both Bohemian, about to close. So this Egerman Crystal Vase, just Bohemian, it is a Czech Republic vase as well, which is super cool to see. These are big pieces of history. They definitely still produce glass, but it was one of the keynote locations out of Europe producing crystal like this previously, if I'm correct, through to the 1980s. And the cobalt blue closed, which is okay. It's a good little accent piece. And the slag, we got 50 seconds left on the slag. We got 20 seconds left on the Bohemian Crystal Vase. Both of these bad boys about to close. Great accessory pieces. I am glad that the slag got attention, but y'all, I'm telling you, I dare you to go find glass slag like that. That's something that you are not going to be able to find easily. And it looks like we've got some competition in the Le Sweden pottery, as well as the vintage drip glaze pottery. Okay, so we're gonna let these glass pieces go. It seems like you guys don't, come on, you don't want to get in the red glass slag. I'm disappointed in you. I'm like a disappointed father. But this vintage drip glaze does have some attention. These are BMP, so that is Blue Mountain Pottery. If you are seeking to support local productions, this is made in Canada, okay? Man, okay, I'm doing way better than I thought. I told you, I'm a sleepy boy today, but hey, I'm not mincing words all that bad, all right? So shouts to everyone. I do want to remind everyone that I do simulcast. So I'm on Twitch, I am on Kick, and I am on YouTube. The best way to support right now is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are on a race to 1,000, and the sooner you get me there, the sooner you get even cooler elements to this programming, as it were. Okay? Well, a big competition on the vintage glass strip. We got the slag closed. All right, and the frog ran it up to 10. 20 seconds left. How badly do you want a glass frog is the question of the evening, all right? So we've got some pool pottery transfer plates. These bad boys we didn't look at earlier, but given the fact that it's been extended to 5 minutes, we've got some competition going on due to the soft close format. This series of pool pottery transfer plates are based on paintings by Barbara, let's channel my inner German, Barbara Furstenhofer. The rich colors and imaginative designs have made this a very collectible set of plates. These are decorative wall plates quite typically. If you want, I guess you could use them, but I would highly recommend not putting them in a dishwasher or using any modern high-heat dishwashing applications. However, you want a big flex. Look at the vibrant colors on these bad boys. Now I definitely understand why there's some competition going on, and these top 3 items are the ones that have the people are in on them, and you can tell by the craftsmanship, and I am not surprised by this. This MCM pottery lot and the Beauce Canada pottery lot. These guys are the stackable ones that I definitely would have been slightly intrigued in, but I got enough trinket dishes on my own. You know, I'm inundated with the trinkets, you know. And this guy, 1 minute left. The MCM pottery lot. I am surprised we don't have more bidders on this. It is a stunning yellow McCoy USA and a rare Royal Copley. So we've got a mix of both Canada made and UK made, EU made, all right? If I'm correct, you can still participate in these auctions. So if you are a passionate ceramics person and you enjoy getting involved, the link is pinned in the chat of this video. Otherwise, if you're watching in the future, don't be afraid to subscribe to Acorn Auctions or click that link because you can see any of their upcoming auctions. And they do ship to the US of A and across Canada, which is the very valuable contrast to the auction formats that I host on a consistent basis. Whew. We'll get a sip of water. We're going to see how this Lay Sweden does. Lay Sweden, $26. Ooh, and there we go. What is this? The Rare Faria and Bento, Portugal. We had one lot just closed just now. We got the Lay Sweden about to close. My favorite, the Beauce Canada pottery about to go as well. The Rare Faria and Bento, Portugal pottery. Okay, Portugal pottery. I think it's the first time I've seen Portuguese pottery in an Acorn Auctions Hamilton. I'm going to take the sip of water and then I'll start rambling. Again, world's largest solo cup. I absolutely love it. One large and one small thistle-shaped white planter by Faria and Bento. Look at the details on this. This craftsmanship, it seems like the bidders are appreciating the immense amount of quality and care that goes into producing these pieces. That's incredibly hard to do. I don't think you understand how hard it is to make it look that way. Okay? It seems like the buyers are appreciative because it got bid up with $26 on the Lay Sweden pottery, closing now. And the vintage drip glaze also about to close in under a minute. And we have a studio pottery piece also closing now. So if you're interested in the drip glaze, now is your time to create some competition. I want to look at this vintage studio pottery. It is kind of a vase, kind of not. It's colorful, abstract, and modernist with a wide mouth. So you could use it for many applications. It definitely looks like it has some sort of, not acrylic, but maybe gouache paint on it. I do like the designs. I love the patterns. This would be great to incorporate with other artistic pieces in your home, I would say. It's definitely a good complementary piece to an existing collection. We've got the West German planters coming up with $14 with 2 minutes left. And the stoneware closing for $0. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not judging you. But if you really want these, it's time to get in because we've got 4 items closing in the next minute. And it looks like $12 for the drip glaze, $16 on the pool pottery, and a couple of the others that we just looked at. The Dragonfly Studio pottery at $8 with 3 bids. Now, where's this guy? It is an excellent display of talent went into this epic handmade catch-all dish. This bad boy. Immense amount of detail, handmade. I love the little cute dragonfly on it, and he's got little beady eyes. Look at that little beady eye dragonfly. $8. Okay, closing. We also closed those pool pottery pieces, and I hear more bids coming in. It definitely looks like we got more competition on the Giuseppe Armani Owls and this Lamberger Paris Oil Infuser. Lampe Berger. I would presume. I think I am butchering it with my Anglais accent. This guy, $6. $6. About to close. About to close. This is an interesting diffuser for sure. For sure. This is something that you can use as like a incense diffuser in your home. Ooh, we got bids rolling in, folks. We got bids rolling in. So I'm glad to see you guys getting involved. I want to remind everyone that I see a couple of you guys watching. Don't be afraid to hit the thumbs up on that YouTube video, because one of the best ways to support is hit that thumbs up, spread this content, spread the awareness of Acorn Auctions, and have some company while you're bidding on these pieces, okay? So we're looking at the large ceramic fruit basket. No one put any money on the ceramic fruit basket. Wow, look at this bad boy. All one piece. This is like some serious, looks like something your auntie would have, you know what I mean? This looks like something you don't want to pass up. That's a great Mother's Day gift as well. You could give a belated Mother's Day gift. And we've got the Feria and Bento Portugal ceramic about to close for $15. The Art Deco West German planters about to close for $14. And the Black Carlton, okay, we'll let the urn go. They aren't fine. We'll let the urn go. We'll give the Giuseppe Armani another look. These guys really caught my attention as we were doing the initial scroll of this auction. I love the fact that we have a very awake owl, sleepy owl, sort of sleepy owl, but it's intense. That's a lot of detail. It's a lot of care. It's a lot of craftsmanship. It does have the tag, which clearly makes it an authentic piece. Now, although it is not the same Armani you may be thinking of from fashion, it is another highly notable Armani that could go with the same fashion style collection that you have, and I'm glad to see it getting a lot of attention. Now we have the Roseville Bleeding Heart glass vase. Very cool, very interesting. I like this piece. I love the little bit of coloring on it. A lovely little succulent planter or catch-all dish. And this one is also USA pottery. So if you're in the market of trying to buy USA North American made, someone's getting a steal on this vase for 15 buckaroos, which isn't that bad. I'm just, come on, y'all. You want to buy Canada made. This is your time. This is your time. I say Canada made. I meant North American made, but it's the same dealio. I mean, they want to buy us anyways. But again, we're not getting into that. The Shawnee Ceramic Wishing Well Planter. The turtle, $7 turtle. Come on. If you're gonna buy the turtle, you may as well buy the Baby Fawn Blue Mountain Pottery. And there's we got the Mama Fawn also coming up. So you like your North American made pottery. We got a little sitting fawn. Imagine this little cute boy beside this big boy. Man, that's a good deco piece. That's cute. They are adorable. I absolutely love them. If you really want to get in on that, now's your time. They're at a very affordable price right now. So get in, get your steal. Yeah, maybe get a turtle while you're at it, okay? And we've got some competition over the ceramic dinosaur. People always like their dinos. Big dino crowd, eh? Giuseppe Armani. Now he's getting some competition again. I'm glad I showed you guys how detailed that is, and I hope it helped add some appeal to the item, okay? So we got the butterfly BMP. Man, this Blue Mountain Pottery, if you're gonna get the fawn, you may as well get the big fawn, and you may as well also get this butterfly BMP. You get that all for about $100, nice and cheap. Add some competition to this auction. This one could be used as a dish as well, made in Canada. Very, very cool coloring. I've noticed a lot of BMP have these like teals and turquoises, and they're absolutely beautiful. Hey everybody, thank you for bidding on items after I show them. This is exactly the type of interaction that we want. I see that we have another bid on the butterfly as soon as I showed it. So drop in. Don't be afraid to participate in the chat either. We've got the baby fawn about to close in 15 seconds. If you're buying that baby fawn, you better be buying the mama fawn. That's all I'm saying. That's the only judgment I'm giving in the stream. You know, we listen, but we don't judge. But I will judge you if you don't buy the mama deer to go with the baby deer. And that's it. Hey, shouts to the chat and shouts to all the buyers observing this auction. Because it looks like we got a little bit of competition going on. Someone wants that baby fawn. So if you want you want the papa fawn, you want the mama fawn, you want the non-binary fawn, you gotta get the baby one too. you got to get the baby fawn, because why apply gender to a sculpture? But if you're gonna get the baby fawn, you got to get the mama fawn. We got the BMP Lotus. Lotus, again, all these beautiful turquoise. This set, all 5 of these, super cool combination. I really, really enjoy how they would look on a shelf together. We got another Giuseppe bid coming in, and now what do we have rolling up soon? A dog. A dog. Oh my god. I'm getting myself too stoked. If I collected ceramics, I would want this entire lot. Look at that puppy. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. That's a good little Snoopy dog right there. Let's zoom in on his face. Come on. You tell me you don't want those puppy eyes? Tell me you don't want to buy it. Okay? Come on. Come on. I'm not guilting you. You're guilting yourself. I like that guy though a lot. Okay, so the Dino about to close for $26. We got more bids going on the Giuseppe. The fawns, come on! You gotta take the big. You gotta take the daddy. You gotta take the big boy fawn. The little one got another bid, and there's no competition going on. Okay, so I hope whoever got the parent fawn is gonna get the baby fawn. That's all I gotta say. I will judge you a little bit. The turtle's also about to close for 50 seconds at $8. This Blue Mountain pottery turtle, like my boy said, reminds him of the Ginyu Force for some reason. I do kind of see it. If you watch a Dragon Ball Z, the colors kind of fitting. Dog about to close. The Lotus about to close for $5. And we've got the Dino also closing, $26. And it looks like the fawn, you still got time to compete on the fawn if you want to get that fawn. We've got the clay animal lot also at $13. It is, let's see some more details about these clay animals. A kangaroo, a dog, and 2 types of birds. So if you're really looking to build up your collection of aminals, this is your gosh darn time. You got to get involved. Look at those. Look at that toucan. Toucan, kangaroo, technically 2 kangaroos, right? You got the mom in the pouch. A pouch kangaroo. That's 5 animals for the price of 4. Why not get involved? Baby fawn still not run up, but it's been extended for quite some time. Another small figurine lot of more aminals. What are we looking at? We got another small figurine lot. It looks like someone wants a giraffe, so we're going to look at him next. The ceramic or clay. So we got 2 types of burbs, and we've also got a nice little sheepy. Ceramic or clay. Traymar. I actually don't know that stamp, and we don't have time to adventure a little bit more as there's too much excitement going on right now. The butterfly dish is about to close for $10, and we have the maple leaf closing for $6 So seriously, we're going to get some animal competitions going on now because it looks like someone is highly interested in the draft. From my collaborations with Acorn Auctions, I've seen, for some funny reason, people love their giraffes, eh? No fawns, but they love their giraffes. He's quite a big size. He is adorable. I do like this giraffe, actually. I do. He's very cute. Very subtly painted. That's a good giraffe. And I'm sure that would have been incredibly difficult to actually create in the kiln. So I'm glad it's going to a good home where it's appreciated. We've got the marble leaf closing, and the Giuseppe's about to close in a minute and a half with $75 on these very unique owls. If you're going to buy the owls, look at all the animals. You could have a whole zoo of ceramics. They're huge. We had 3 owls on a snowy bench. Snowy bench? Is it a bench? A branch. 24 bids on this bad boy. Is that some competition? That's some competition. Thank you everyone for jumping in after I show these items. This is one of my favorite interactive qualities of live streaming these auctions, and I'm glad to see you guys are enjoying it as much as I do. So we've got 15 seconds left on the enamel Blue Jays, but you know what we're going to look at? We're going to look at these Dutch wood clogs, okay? Hand carved, Dutch wood, proper. Owned by Margaret. Oh, the baby fawn's about to go. Skeleton key hanger, fair. Trumpet. Oh, we got some trumpet competition. We still do have 3 minutes left on the Giuseppe if you want in on the Armani. And, ooh, we got competition on the giraffe going. I told you he was adorable. I told you. Glass and marble lot. Looks like it's got more animals in it. Oh, a unicorn. I guess a unicorn counts as an animal. It is a mythical animal. This bad boy. What do we have in this lot right now? Come on, open up. What are we looking at here? A nice little bell. A little bell that you could put on the unicorn. A little egg. And a little trinket case, kind of shaped like an egg. Full of cloth. What the hell? What the heck? What the helly? $8. The fawn is gone. The fawn is gone, and I hope you purchased the parent deer alongside it. That brass and marble lot I just looked at. $15, 45 seconds left. If you want to get in, now's your time. It looks like whoever bought the other candlestick lot, the duck candlestick, is going to get the trumpets as well. Excuse me while I take a sipperoo. Glad to hear there's still bids rolling in. This is what I want to see from all y'all, because the Giuseppe Armani owl clock just went up to $85, okay? Always very cool to see the degree of participation that y'all have. It is one of the things that inspires me to do these live auction reactions, okay? And as you can see, my chatbot's been just dropping the links so that you guys can participate if you want. But I want to remind you guys that I do simulcast. So I'm on YouTube, I am on Twitch, I am on Kick. And if you are new to the live streaming format, one of the best parts is that you can participate alongside me. You got some questions, you got some fun comments to make. Don't be afraid to talk, all right? We got a friendly community here. We're slowly building them up. But I understand that a lot of y'all are new to this, so thank you very much for tuning into the YouTube video no matter what. And I hope to deliver more incredibly engaging experiences if you subscribe to the channel. Now we've got the duck closing for $11. Okay, good, cool. We got some serious animal collections going out today. And now we have the Art Deco brass vase closing. It's a seashell. Be careful, another combination of words that are difficult to me. Oh, it's quite heavy, eh? Hopefully the pickup locally. If not, I do want to let you know, one of the benefits of Acorn Auctions owning their own high bid softwares, they do ship across Canada and to the US, and I see that the Armani owls are out now at $90. And we've got 2 minutes left on the giant ceramic giraffe. So if you're really into giraffes, as I mentioned, we got a big giraffe crowd around here. It's not going to sit at $19 for long. If you really want that giraffe, I highly recommend you get in on it. And this brass vase for $5. The close, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to mess it up. It's a beautiful metallic purple with an enamel exterior and a brass core. So this bad boy, very traditional. Go to your local supermarket on the corner. Get some big flowers. Give it to your mom for Mother's Day. Fantastic piece. And shouts to the chat. We got a giraffe competition happening, folks. We got a giraffe battle. This is what we like to see. We like to see the long necks coming out to bid. You know what I mean? You reach for them branches. You reach for the stars. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm being too silly. Okay. There is more animals coming up. It seems like we got a big animal theme today. We got a massive animal theme. We got some garland elephants and a straw horse. So to match your baby fawn, your Blue Mountain pottery, you can also get this garland elephant, handmade with twine and silk. So both very interesting collector's pieces. I love this family of elements. Oh, my elephants. If I was bidding, I would definitely be in on the elephants. Adorable. And look at the straw horse. When you hear so much about straw horses. The eyes are crafty in all the right ways. Like, for some reason, I love this. For some reason, I love this. Okay, straw horses and the elephants. No one wants to bid on the elephants. All right, but at least we got a giraffe battle going on. If you've never seen giraffes actually fight, look that up on YouTube. That's actually a hilarious thing. I used to, when I was a teenager, it was one of my favorite set of videos to watch. I used to watch videos of giraffes fighting. It's actually not that dangerous. It's just hilarious. Quick detour. And now Giuseppe Armani, with how much bids it's gotten, there's no way it's going to sit at $90. I want to remind you, this guy's been going, it's lot 22. We're almost up at lot 43. This thing has been getting some serious competition throughout its battles here. So if you want in on this, it's it's a licensed piece. Get more owls. We got some competition going up, and I'm very happy for whoever is going to find this a good home. We've got an etched Buddha in black marble about to close. 40 seconds at $12. Incredibly difficult piece to create. Another great example of the craftsmanship that Acorn Auctions Hamilton is able to curate. And if you aren't able to participate in this auction, that pinned link in the chat, you can click their profile on HighBid and both subscribe to their newsletter or keep track of the upcoming auctions that they have, because it is always full of quality pieces such as this. And the giraffe has ran it up to $32 Canadian. We got some long neck lovers out there. That feels incorrect to say. Let me catch myself on that one. Big paws. Oh my god, I shouldn't be laughing at my own jokes so much. We've got orange copper trinket dishes. Okay, let's look at these guys. We just got another bid on in them recently. Oh, wow. Wow, look at the copper on those. I love these style dishes. Now, the thing is, I'm not a big fan of, like, decorative. I like to buy ceramics that I know I have, like, practical uses in my home. But if you have this space and capacity for decorative pieces, this orange old copper, it's tough to come by because the purity is what makes it so special. And I see that there was another bid put on it recently. And it looks like we have the Giuseppe Armani owls up to $100. Okay, now we're looking at real cowhide decorative trays, which reminds me of childhood. My mother always wanted a cowhide couch. I can never forget that. We always wanted a cowhide couch. I have no idea why. So if you had dreams of cowhide in your home, this is your time to get a small taste of it. 2 unique real cowhide decorative trays, all right? Get in there. There's 30 seconds left on that bad boy. We got a bid coming in somewhere. The brass sun is getting some fair amount of competition that I am impressed with a real sheepskin throw rug also getting its love. That actually, yeah, that's just a full-on piece of fur off an animal. Excellent condition, original tag on bottom, so you can verify that this is an original piece. Dry clean only, remember that. Taking care of sheepskin is very critical to do your due diligence. I would highly recommend that if you're getting these other artistic pieces, you have 25 seconds left. Toss in some of the competition there. A patchwork yoga leather pillow. Wow, a yoga leather pillow. That thing is very pretty, very classic. 16 inches wide by 7 inches high. Very curious what it's stuffed with. But the fact that it's got a zipper on it means that you could put whatever you want inside of that piece. And you could pair it with the sheepskin throw rug that you probably just purchased. And the giraffe. We had some giraffe wars. We got some long neck battles going on. He's about to close. We got 1 minute and 45 seconds. And the Giuseppe owls also got bid up further. We've got... Ooh, chat. Thank you for getting in on the giraffe. I am so... This is literally the most inspiring part about running these live streams. I love it when you guys bid it up as I am looking at these items, okay? So we've got some more art pieces closing. We've got the XL brass tribal mask and another one of the big ticket items at 105 that I definitely don't see sitting there for long. We will look at the big ticket item first since the brass mask just got bid up. We've got the Maurice Chalvanock large vase. This is definitely, I said one of a kind before. I caught myself because he's probably made one or two, but this incredible attention to detail. Dare you to find it. Dare ya. Dare ya. I love the colors on this. Truly unique. This is like, whether you I would put it on a wall as art, not necessarily even put flowers in it. And it's about to close for 105 in 35 seconds. I might take a pause just to see, because I know y'all, whoever's in here, if you're bidding on those owls, you're bidding on the giraffe. May as well get in on the other vase, because that thing is stunning. Because I saw the other Maurice piece. That was the only thing that I missed. The other Maurice piece also just closed, so you better be getting those two as a set. They do not deserve to be left alone. And we will pop over to this XL brass tribal mask right after we see 105. You got 5 seconds left on the Maurice. All right, fair enough. Oh, and here the Maurice Gourd. It's got 3 minutes, so we've got some competition. So someone got a steal on that Maurice. And now we're going to look at this tribal mask. It's a lot of intense detail. Quite large, quite heavy. So it must be solid brass. We got a man with many lizards on his face. Well, we got a lizard face over here. Lizard face mask. I do like the attention to detail. He does have little butterflies, little buggies on his head too. $32. Very unique piece. I would love to paint it. It would look really sick if you painted it. The Armani Owl, 105. It looks like the bidding wars have slowed down on him, but I'm sure we'll see more on the brass sun and the giant ceramic giraffe and the hippie lamp. Hippie lamp going for $30. $30. About to close in 5 seconds. I hear more bids rolling in further down the charts, and I'm glad to see that, everyone. That MCM lamp that I pointed out, about to go for 12 buckaroos. We've got the rare table lamp with fiberglass shade and the vintage lamp shade happening here. The Giuseppe art. I'm pensive. 105. Really, it's going to close for 105. 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Someone got a beautiful piece of certified Armani art. Last competitions that we have that are really high bids right now. We got the ceramic giraffe. We've got the brass sun. We've got the tribal mask and the Maurice Shovelknock gourd going up again to 115. So I am quite certain whoever won that vase, they're going to want the lamp as well. Okay. Now, what do we have? We've got the MCM lamp getting some bidding going on, and we also have another mini desk lamp. Very cute, very adorable. Let's look at some of the aesthetics of this mini desk lamp. Oh, wow, that's cute. That's like you want to do some set decoration. I appreciate that. What are we looking at? It is works great, and it's made in Japan. So great technical piece of history, and it looks like the giraffe battle, the long neck bidder battle. I'm loving all these puns. I got to make some slogans as I do this type of stream, because now we're seeing that the gourd gumption has gone up to 120. Maybe that's going to be my signature. I'd just make palindromes the entire time, because the vintage altar lamp, which is also very cute. We've got 45 seconds left on it. We've got some competition because it looks like someone wants a brass sun in their day. They want to bring in some sunshine and some brightness. I can't help it. I gotta check the giraffe. What's the giraffe going? I've been talking about this giraffe way too much. We're closing at $34 now. Okay, good battle. So glad to see you guys participating. Jumped in on the competition for that one because I thought it was absolutely adorable. Now, what else? Ooh, a TV lamp. Now we're looking at another animal. We got a lot of animal ceramics today, y'all, and it looks like you guys are enjoying your time finding all these pieces. So we've got a rad MCM white horse with gold speckle. It is a rear-lit ceramic TV lamp. This thing, beautiful, beautiful. Imagine this thing in your bedroom. It's called a TV lamp because that's what you would use previously because of the tube televisions. You would need to backlight your room so that you could see your surroundings a bit better, but it would help with the picture quality. So if you want to go with a more traditional layout for your living room, fantastic piece. And another one of the big Target pieces We're going to look at two mushies here. Oh, glad. Again, y'all, I see the bids going up after I look at the items, and I am very thankful for you guys participating. Not only does this big format bring me joy, but I am very grateful that I could add some interactivity to your auction experience and support Acorn Auctions Hamilton along the way, because they are fantastic humans, okay? This cork mushroom art, I've never seen cork art. This is, and it's signed. You know how expensive cork is? That's a lot of cork right there. Like, bruh, it's a lot of cork. That's, the cork itself is a pretty penny. And $135 on this fiberglass mushroom art. All that really needs to be said here is epic. I agree, Acorn Auctions. I agree. And these fiberglass mushroom lamps, I used to know the term. One of my reseller connections absolutely adores collecting these fiberglass pieces. They are historical. They are very unique, okay? So if you want to get those, they really don't. It's kind of like glass blown, but fiberglass. It's stuff that they don't really create anymore. And I see that a lot of these items are generating a lot more competition. I am glad that someone got in on the TV lamp, but that is a one-of-a-kind piece as well that should be going for way more. So don't be afraid to participate, and don't be afraid to drop your thoughts in chat about what's catching your eye the best, because the MCM lamp just closed for 12 bucks, and the spoon rose, we're gonna skip it. We're gonna go through that guy. And these pewter candlestick holders, very cute. Pewter is a like silver substitute. It's what you catch a lot of the souvenirs being made out of. But not only is it a very durable material, it is very easy to cast. So it's a super fun piece to work with like trinkets, souvenirs, etc., etc. I'm glad that it's finding a good home for $6, and it looks like someone else appreciates how rare that fiberglass mushroom lamp is, because you will not find another fiberglass mushroom lamp like that. And I am glad that the keynote piece provided by Acorn Auctions is getting the love that it deserves. You know what? The one thing, I'm going to look at the next pieces. We just got to look at this vintage TV lamp while it's got 30 seconds left, because if you didn't see it, it's gold. It's speckled in gold, speckled in like another color. Like, I dare you to make that. I dare you to make that. The thing is beautiful. I would love it. That's a good desk lamp. That would be so cute to have on your desk. Imagine impressing one of your partners. I got a gold unicorn by my bed. That's a braggable piece right there, you know? The Brass Sun, getting significantly more competition than I expected, is about to close in a minute. Ideally, it's going to be paired with the XL Tribal Mask so that you could save some money on your shipping, because Acorn Auctions does ship to the US and throughout Canada. All right. The MCM wall decor did get some bidding up at the beginning. It was one of the items with the most competitive bids to start. This bad boy is most likely a Treve, but to be fair, is super nice and has that nice feel to it. This is a great accent piece for almost any layout of a house. I guess color matching is a concern, but you could use it both for modernist and vintage layouts of your interior decoration, okay? So, we got some interesting lots closing. A lot more competition on that fiberglass mushroom lamp, which is exactly what I want to see, and we've only got a minute and a half left on the Maurice Chauvelnac, okay? We've got more ceramic pieces coming up. West German thimble. What is these guys? Where do they jump up to? 20 seconds left on these thimble-sized candle holders. So these are OG. These are OG little candle holders. These are probably from when you had to legitimately light your house with candles. 1979. Okay, no, I over-exaggerated that one, and I can catch that L. That's fine. But $5, you're getting a steal on some unique historical pieces. We've got new competition on the Fiesta Vase. As I told you, a lot of people be super into the Fiesta lately. But one of our keynote pieces about to close at $130 for the Maurice Chauvelnac gourd. As I told you, look at this glaze. There's no way. I don't know enough about ceramic glazing, but there's no way you just fire it one time with that color. That's a lot of serious effort, as if you're creating some sort of a masterpiece painting. So you're taking that home. Not only is it one of a kind, it's a standout piece. It is literally made by a Canadian artist that you can brag about and will only increase in value. So if you're really humming and hawing about whether or not you want it, I'm telling you right now, that is something that it's worth the investment. So if you're like, oh, 130, is that what I really want to get? Get it. You got 5 seconds left to change your mind, and otherwise, good luck. Good luck, happy hunting. It looks like it closed. I'm hoping that I went to a buyer who appreciates how special that piece was. We've got a Victorian style metal wall decor. People be loving their skeleton keys lately, huh? Large gold style antique key. It's got lots of charm. It's got a lot of detail to it. Clearly with the hinges, it's not a real one, but it does have braces on the back to be able to be hung on a wall. If I had to guess, that bad boy is made of pewter and then done with a gold leaf. And as always, I was telling you when we were doing the reviews at the beginning, the Fiesta pottery is what's popping now. So we've got this nice little salmon Fiesta vase. Peony pink, as they write. No chips or cracks, lead free, stamped so it's provable. Another piece that will only increase in value, and especially if you're collecting North American made. Wow, Chad. Wow, I'm so glad I looked at that piece. I'm so glad I showed you it, because it jumped up to $115 as I was highlighting it. But you cannot forget about this unique quality build to the fiberglass mushroom lamp. These bad boys, one of a kind. Dare you to find another one. You will not, even if you're an avid eBay buyer. This is, if you really want a lamp that stands out, you could give it to your artistic friend, you could give it to your nature friend, you could highlight, imagine this little mushroom on your bookcase. Very cute, very adorable. This is agua. Again, this is my gimmick cup. I just want to remind everyone. So I got I would like to think I'm doing okay at my job. So give me a second. I need a sip of water. Okay. Oh, yes. There you... Chat. I'm getting so excited I threw my mouse. Hold on. We got a bid up on the fiberglass lamp. We've got more bids on the Fiesta vase. And I am so glad to be enjoying this experience and spectacle alongside y'all. So as those have a few more minutes left because of the soft close process, we will move on. We have a brass incense candle snuff going for $5 and the alabaster fruit that I appreciate so much, only 13 lucky dollars. If you want some alabaster fruit, add some knickknacks. This bad boy, this could decorate everything. This is a stocking stuffer. Your mother would love this. Your grandmother would love this. Your family friend would love this. This is heavy, but they're tiny, as you can see through the auction items. Look at them. They're not that big. They weigh so much because the alabaster is it's carved stone, literally hand carved. Okay, excuse me, folks. I'm gonna need to. Lozenges are gonna be keynote, and the mushroom lamp. We got people who understand what's going on here. I want to remind everyone who's watching this that I do simulcast, so I am live on Twitch, I am live on Kick, and most importantly, I see many of you are watching me on YouTube. Okay, and this is a regular occurrence and collaboration. Oh, $40. So I got distracted. The Japanese painting, $40. Alabaster about to close. This format of videos / live stream is a regular collaboration with Acorn Auctions, and my goal here is to help provide a little bit of interactivity as you're sitting there on your computer screen hoping to win some of these items. I want to get hyped alongside you, and the thing about, if you're new to the live streaming format, you can comment, you can have fun alongside me. If there's something that you're watching that you're like, hey, I want to jump in, let me know. And speaking of that, I see that someone's just as excited about the alabaster as I am, and I am very happy to see that. Glad that all the details of these incredibly well curated pieces on behalf of Acorn Auctions are getting the love and appreciation that they deserve. And it looks like we've still got a whole bunch of lots to close. So y'all, keep your bananas peeled because we got some fun upcoming lots as well, all right? So 165, we've got the cat-themed thimble-sized candle holders. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to say. Cat-themed thimble-sized candle holders. Lovely and dainty ceramic porcelain thimble size. West Germany, 1979. Made in a country that does not exist anymore. So that makes it this is Cold War era. Beautiful little kitties. They're kind of cute. I like them. I would use them for a couple other applications probably. We got some serious competition going on the Fiesta vase at 185, and the fiberglass mushroom is now up to 175. This seashell candle, the alabaster glass, also got another bid, so I'm glad you guys see the value in that piece. So we've got, let's first look at the Closinet antique vase as well as the seashell candle. This guy's about to close. This antique vase, it's got the nice little stand. I've been seeing a lot of these stands lately. Very, very cute pieces. I like how they accessorize with other things differently. It is enamel with brass. Too long doing the French accent. This is a candle. Where's the wick? Oh, the wick's in the middle of the seashell. I love it. I love it. I love the detail on it. Let's see. Do we have a little bit more competition going on for these pieces now? Okay, no. The vase is about to close, and the seashell candle is about to close. That is all good. We've also got our embroidered painting is run up to $40. Looks like we've got a lot of embroidery lovers in this auction as well. And some serious bidding running up on these keynote pieces. So I'm not surprised if we see this floral embroidery art also run it up, considering how much attention our other embroidery pieces have been getting throughout this auction. It is 20.5 inches long. So this is great. I would put it in my doorway, you know, right beside your door. Cool little accent piece for a household. $215 ruse for that Fiesta vase it has run up to. And now we are looking at a raised ceramic poppy art about to go. We got signed oil painting for $14 at 10 bids. And it looks like we've had so much competition. We are backing up on items, and this is exactly what we want to see. All right, y'all. Signed oil on canvas. Great piece. It reminds me of some of the paintings that my family members used to make. I've got one big one in the background here. This paint by numbers. That's one of our family cottages that I am very grateful was made by my great-grandmother. So if you want a similar historical piece of oil painting, wow. Wow, I love it. I love it. It's about to close in at 38 seconds. Ooh, and the mushy. We got a mushy at 175, about to close in 30 seconds. One of our keynote pieces for this auction, next to the Fiesta vase, who's gained mad competition, like anticipated, like I warned y'all. But 175 for the one-of-a-kind fiberglass mushroom lamp that you will not find anywhere else. I dare you. If someone wants to DM me on Instagram, I dare you to find me another place you can find this fiberglass mushroom lamp for sale. It doesn't exist. And it's closing in 3, 2, 1 at 175. I hope the buyer who got this piece truly appreciates the uniqueness of it. And the Fiesta vase, because it looks like people are appreciating the Fiesta vase. And now we are looking down some of the paintings. Come on, y'all. You know, no one wants wall hanger art. Oh, golly gee. I hit back. Sorry, y'all. That's on me. Custard glass dish. Okay, painting's fine. Fine. Look at me. I'm also tempered. Look at me. I'm not swearing this time. I'm getting good. I'm monitoring myself. I'm being a good boy today. If you watch some of my streams when I'm in casual mode, I will warn you, I don't have the same professional demeanor on. I'm not necessarily being vulgar, but, you know, I let some things swear when I'm being a little bit more creative. We've got the 1930s hobnail small vase. I love the colors on this. Imagine if you had a black lighthouse and you put this, like, in a black light above it or a black light beside it. Super cool. Custard glass dish. Another tongue twister. Oh, wow, and that's what it looks like when it's not under the black light? That's so cool. Antique uranium custard glass. Very cool. Another thing, imagine getting that. You get that custard glass. You get the hobnail, blacklight. You've got the sickest collection of glass possible. Fiesta vase. Ooh, nice to see we've got some love on the paintings. And that was one of the ones that I showed. Those oil paintings, just like the grandmother's one right behind me. With the alabaster fruit, about to close at $15. I would have loved to see way more. If you've got some bidders that are interested, I would say to get in on them. Because you will not, if you go to Bed Bath & Beyond, they are not this high quality. These are incredible quality and attention to detail pieces that are one of a kind. Obviously, you will find something similar, but bro, look at that peach. Look at the depth of the stone. Look at the colors. That is very, very difficult to craft, and $15 is a steal. If you buy those retail MSRP, you are paying probably 10 times that price. So if you know someone who really appreciates their fruits, all right, go get it. Go get it. Go get it now. All right. So we're gonna roll up. We got a couple of low ticket items coming up, which is fine, y'all. You don't have to spend your entire bank, but if you want to decorate your home, it is Mother's Day coming up too. You can always give the present in a belated fashion. All right. It's not too late. I think it might be too late to participate, but if it is, I highly, highly recommend that what you do. Click that link, the Acorn Auctions high bid link, and you can see their upcoming ones as well and subscribe to their newsletter. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, I do host my own auctions on a monthly basis, and it is something that is slightly different because I only do pickups in Toronto. The value of participating in these ones are because Acorn Auctions can ship it to you across Canada and to the US. All right, custard glass dish for 50 buckaroos, about to sell, and uranium glass is also something that is increasing in value. So you talk about an investment piece. It's another one. It's another one. Oh, and we're on to more animals. More animals. We got the solid bronze fish dish. We got a fish dish and we got a cat dish. A cat dish, fish dish. If you already bought this already. I gotta stop entertaining myself so much. If you already got the ceramics otherwise, yo, likely a ring fish or some sort that could even be an ashtray. Imagine you put a little whatever smoking apparatus you enjoy most in the fish mouth. Not only is it awesome and practical, you can get a good chuckle out of it. You'd even do the same with the kitty here. So we got brass cat dish. So we got fish dish, cat dish. We've got a lot of the rare. Oh, custard dish just closed for 50 bucks. Another hobnail shoe piece for 24 bucks. So if someone's got a blacklight, they're about to have the dopest blacklight room possible. That is something that I just now ranting to y'all and promoting that. That would be a sick development in the future. Imagine having a ceramics room that is only blacklight ceramics. So cool. So cool. And it got bid up. I'm glad someone's appreciating the hobnail. Again, every time you guys bid up an item I'm commenting on, that is what makes me most excited about this process. And the Fiesta vase is speaking for itself because it's now at $305. And now we've got the Cruel. This is another embroidery piece of artwork. About to close in 10 seconds. A fine amount of detail on it. Nice frame. That thing, that's going to last a century. Just don't let it get too sun faded. But so we got the fish dish, brass cat dish, about to sell. Those bad boys better be as a pair, just like the fawns. Just like the fawns, they deserve to be appreciated. We got the Grimwald. This is again the pattern that I've noticed through functioning with them. Sorry, my room's a bit messy. I just knocked something over. The Grimwald England plate set. Like these, it's high quality, very well crafted. Like, look at how adorable these little birdies are. These little burbs, right? But everyone wants USA made. Everyone wants the Fiesta or the BMP. They are kookaburras too. Kookaburras, British made kookaburras. Let's not talk about the imperialism behind it and just appreciate the art. I do see that another bid came in on them, and this is what we like to see. We've got the cat dish about to close for 38 bucks. We also have the signed oil on canvas going for 11. We've got the antique Asian mirror closing in a minute, and we've got some serious competition starting for the ornate small mirror. Let's take a look at this bakelite. hand-painted mirror. I like the subtle details on it. Definitely a little bit more modern. To have a mirror like this, it has to be at least the 1930s to the 1920s. However, you can tell that it is crafted with care and age. I love to see the competition going on for that Fiesta 2 this time. We've got this ornate small mirror still going up, so we're going to look across the list a little bit more. We've got a pewter photo frame, signed bird art. Who is it signed by? Let's see this. As again, Acorn Auctions, they're passionate. Hustle is also in prints and frame prints, so a real feather is used for depth of art in this expressive piece. That's a stunning idea. I adore it. I adore it. I wish I saw more animal paintings that both had feathers and fur included. I think that's a fantastic idea. We've got a minute left on the 1930s orange hobnail shoe, and as we can see, lot 71, the Fiesta pottery, is going up. It's going up. If you want in, now's your time. And a vintage West Clocks travel alarm clock. These guys are adorable. I love the stories behind these. In my own reselling hustle, I've come across quite a few. I think they are very cool, very sick. These guys are like, imagine if you had to go to a motel back in the day before cell phones existed, right? You need to wake up in the morning. You can't guarantee that your motel is going to have an alarm clock or that it's going to have a clock. This guy, you set it up right on your desktop table. That's your alarm clock. That replaces your cell phone alarm clock. Or you're a nappy boy like me. You want to crush a nap? You got a travel alarm clock right in your bloody pocket. You're like, okay, nap time. Like if I was born in that era, I would have one of those, 100%. And we got the cool bird feather painting just closed. We got 2 minutes left on the vase that has been in high competition. A Van Cleef necklace, $7. You tell me you guys don't want to... Oh. Good thing I clicked the link. Okay, it's a book about Van Cleef. But this one, I guarantee you go onto the eBays, got some serious resale value. Van Cleef is one of the biggest jewelry makers with a lot of history to it. So if you're intrigued about learning more about the history of jewelry, that's a steal of a piece to be able to like educate yourself. And it's a good little dynamic. We've got a premium watch lot that started with the West Clocks. So this might have been a tiny little error in the listings by Acorn Auctions, but we didn't come across it earlier. So we got DKNY, we got Timex, we got Jones New York, we got Guess as well. So DKNY, Jones of New York, Timex, Yardashe, Guess, and Untested for the entire lot. Very cool batch going for $10. Someone's getting it for steal. We've got that highly expensive vase about to close for $3.15. So if you guys, again, the two competitive pieces right now as we're closing, $12 on the watch lot. Thank you everyone for watching stream. Thank you everyone for participating. I hope you really appreciate how valuable these things are. These are rare, unique pieces. If you're a reseller or a collector, this Jordache piece, big flex in the modern times. I would also highly recommend taking those bands. Those are really unique bands that you could use those links. You can even sell just the links off those watches for Pete's sake, as they say. And now we've got to close at 3:15 in 5 seconds for the vase that was highly, highly sought after throughout this evening. I am so glad to see, and she is gone. She's out of here. She's out of here. So whoever's the big bidder on that boy, you better be spending more money in this auction. You can't just buy one vase for $3.15. You better keep sinking in. We got an Eisenhower dollar encased with the bullish best wishes of Louis Ruckisser. $1 coin, American $1 coin. Very interesting. Whether you're Canadian or American, I don't think you've seen that before. And it's closing at $0. All right, fine. You guys miss out on how cool that is. This railway tie plant stand. Very fun idea. Very, very fun idea. This one I would love. That's cool. That's super cool. I like that a lot. Heavy cast iron railway ties welded together. That's a great idea. I would love to put that in an outdoor garden at a farmhouse. Just welded together rail ties. Super fun. $0. Man, I'm going to steal that idea for when I have my farmhouse. And it looks like we got another bid on those watches, so people at least know what they're bidding on. I'm glad to see that someone caught up on how rare those pieces are. I wish I caught that earlier for Acorn's behalf because they have that West Clocks from previous at the start. But those bands are super special, super rare, very unique, and very applicable to other pieces. It's a lot of talking, dog. Again, it's been a little bit of a break for me, so I appreciate y'all's patience as I get used to talking at this pace again. I feel like I am doing good with the enunciating. I still need to do a little bit of practice on the breath control, but lozenges seem to be the trick. I need to figure out, maybe I need herbal teas, some honey lemon tea or something beforehand. I wouldn't necessarily say it's bad, but I get a little scratchy. We've got $8 on the Grimwald plate of the kookaburras. We've got a wood duck decor about to go. We've got an antique copper tray about to go for $6. Cellar Jardinier pottery pot claywood forest scene. Love it, love it. I love drainage in my plants because I grow so many like deciduous plants. However, you got succulents, you got a good inside plant that's not prone to root rot. That's a fantastic piece. Make it feel a little bit more like it's at home in the forest. We got the two pieces closing at $6 and $8. The plant pot is good for $10. And again, I want to remind everyone that I do simulcast. So I'm live on Twitch, I'm live on Kick, and I'm live on YouTube. And this live streaming format, even if you are new to it, don't be afraid to participate. One of the funnest parts is being able to talk, and I see that since I showed off that lovely forest themed pot that someone bid it up, and I am so excited to hear that. Okay, this ding brings music to my ears, and I'm glad that I can help Acorn Auctions find good homes for all of these pieces. We've got a dog/goat urn. Dog-goat urn. Is there a dog or a goat in it? Dogs, goats, nobody knows. But what we do know is that the lidded urn is epic. Hand-painted and stylish, and we're all here for it. Oh, that's a tough call. Is he a dog or a goat? I'm going dog. I vote dog. Oh, definitely if there's a dog on the other side, it's definitely two dogs. We're definitely double dog urn going for $14. That's probably what I would have taken if I was able to bid today, if I was participating in collecting more. That double dog urn going for $15. You don't want hand-painted doggos? All right, fine. Take it for $14. The watches, again, I want to remind everyone, this premium watch lot, it is a little deceptive. The cover photo for it is not the correct one. There are high quality watches that are great accent pieces. All of these are very finely selected by Acorn Auctions. Literally, me personally, I would wear any of these watches. I don't even know if I'd resell them. I would literally wear these watches. I very much like these. These are sick. They're very cool. Sick. They're very cool watches. For $13 is a steal. Whether you're a wearer, connoisseur, or reseller, I hope you appreciate how stunning and unique they are. And we did have a Fiesta piece close earlier for over $300. And there are more Fiesta pieces coming up right meow. So we've got the Fiesta lidded canister that has the same salmon pink that matches the $300 piece that ended earlier. So if you were the one that snagged that Fiesta piece, that's such a high ticket item, bro, this totally matches it. I would definitely recommend getting in on it. And then what's the other Fiesta? This one is my favorite too. I like this orange. Love it. Love it. If I could get some clothes in this color, oh man, bless me. Bless me. Great orange. How big is it? This is like the perfect perfect size jar for your counter. Put sugar in it. You can put flour in it. 6 inches by 4.5 inches. Very stunning. It's got great depth to it. We've got a lot of competition on it. Looks like someone's getting those watches for a steal for 13 buckaroos. Again, something I would want. So if you want the competition, you want to get in on something valuable, something that you can wear, $13 for those watches. You're getting them for a great, fantastic deal. Got a lot of items closing. I'm surprised that the Fiesta lidded contain. Ooh, there we go, chat. Someone wants to fight for those watches, and I'm glad that they're getting appreciated because they are very, very cool and unique. Glad to see it. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I want to remind y'all I do this with Acorn Auctions Hamilton on a consistent basis, and they do ship across Canada and to the US of A. All right, don't forget that. Don't forget that. So if you're considering jumping in, you've seen this in the future, seen it live, don't hesitate based on location, because they do an excellent job with their shipping programs. And now we've got some more Fiesta closing. Okay, very cool to see. Now we've got the minor Fiesta pieces, right? Again, do I have to remind you, $300 piece, salmon pink Fiesta, peony color as they describe it. Made in the USA, made from the Ohio River. High quality, that lasts an incredibly long time. Not necessarily microwave safe, but definitely heat safe. We got some bids going on my favorite Fiesta canister too. Again, y'all, makes me so excited when I see people participating in the items that I'm also excited about, because it's most important to me that I'm bringing y'all in on how interesting and engaging this entire process is. Okay? We got those peony bowls about to close. We got a whole kitchen set of Fiesta lots on this row. So that's $17 on the peony, $10 on the bistro bowls. We've got the mixed lot of plates for $9, and we've got another mixed lot of plates for another $9. So if you're looking to decorate your home, you're looking to get some more plates, you're looking to switch out those old, dull IKEA pieces that you have, now's your chance, okay? We've got Chrome MCM Tiki Glass Bowl at $6 with 2 minutes left. More uranium. We also had previous uranium pieces coming out. So if you already bought that custard bowl, highly recommend this. This one's 1930s uranium. Looks like the Fiesta is going to sit there. That's okay, y'all. That's okay, y'all. But if you really want in, if you're going to buy some of the other Fiesta, you may as well buy the rest of the Fiesta. There's 10 seconds left on these big keynote pieces. 5:35. All right. All right. I would just say you should be fighting more over it, but I'm biased. I enjoy seeing y'all fight over it. So this 1930s bowl, super cool uranium glass mixing bowl, excellent condition. I promise you won't get radiation poisoning. It is just very, very cool to see. Love the subtle green. And I said this in our launch, like while we were reviewing items before stream, like before the auction started. Uranium, it's also Canadian made. Uranium is primarily mined in Canada for use in North America. We do not ship in uranium. So if you're already a Fiesta buyer, you already buy local North American products, and that's something that's highly important to you. I want you to remember that uranium glass is typically supplied by Canadian suppliers. All right? We've got the vintage printed glass with the nautical theme. We have Arcoric. I'm definitely saying that wrong. France glassware. This is one that's new to me that I am interested in. Sorry, I got to switch legs so much because I hurt my heel the other day. Just got to make sure that I'm not putting too much weight on it. Great detail on these guys. Good call for the black backdrop by Acorn Auctions. Very fun addition. It looks like someone's going to complete an entire kitchen set out here today. Again, the watches. 2 minutes left. I want to remind you, very rare, very beautiful watches. The premium watch lot, about to go for a steal. About to go for a steal. If it was for Bebe, I would wear each of these watches. These are all, you got any events. You got casual going out gold. You've got flexi retro outfit gold. You've got everyday sportsy watch. Another everyday silver watch. And this is like, you got a blue fit. This blue, you got to wear that with the blue fit. Maybe a little purple accent, put a purple hat on. Beautiful, beautiful pairings. Great set to combine. I highly admire how Acorn Auctions Hamilton's sets up their lots, and applause to them. Uranium glass also closing for $17. Looks like we've got a second. We got a minute of reprieve. We don't have any big competition items coming up for the moment. So again, I'm gonna do a little hydration break. And you know what? I'm gonna get another lozenge because that is sincerely helping. I think that's gonna be the move. I'm gonna have to get I have some left over from when I had a little bit of sickness earlier, so I got some Red Halls, but I'm gonna have to get like the vitamin C lemon ones. We'll do lemon drops. We got a minute left on those watches. Again, I described to you, there's 4 watches in there that are perfect for like any occasion. So if you are interested in a premium set of watches that you could wear for any occasion, all you need to do is probably toss a battery in there. Bro, that's a lot 105, about to close for you. I highly recommend getting it. Let me get my lozenge. Thank you, Acorn. Thank you, Acorn. You guys are so fun, and you're very talented at what you do as well. I appreciate having you guys in the chat, and I appreciate this collaboration that we do. Everyone, as you can see in the live stream format, if you're not so familiar with it, you could just drop in and say nice things. You could just have a fun time. And don't be afraid to interact with both of us. Me, the host of the live stream, or the actual host of this auction are hanging out in the chat. If you got any questions, we can all help you out. And I missed you as well. I'm glad to see you all back. I'm glad to be back. I'm very excited to see how this can grow. Again, we're almost at 500 subscribers on YouTube, so the growth is real. The growth is real. All we need to do is double it. It's only taken 3 months, so if we did this in 3 months, we should be able to double that up. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. We've got a lot of auction lots closing. Let me have one more step. I got lozenge in. We've got an antique copper lot, so I'm being a little biased. I'm going to the one that catches my eye. So right now it looks like the Fiesta is secured. If you want the Fiesta, I highly recommend you get in now. Fire King is also used to be a big competitor to Pyrex. So if you like your Pyrex pieces, these Fire King bowls, highly recommend it. If you're a Pyrex fan, this is a good substitute. Fire King was one of the primary Pyrex. I was trying to make another palindrome. Primary. Nah, there's no word with P that's like enemy. Primary Pyrex perpetrators? But so this antique copper lot. I think this is a coffee grinder. The coffee grinder caught my eye. This is why I'm being a little biased. I want to see the coffee grinder. Good copper pot. It looks like, oh no, it might be a pepper grinder. Pepper grinder. We got an antique copper pepper grinder, which is very intriguing. I like that. That's beautiful. And also, if you are on an alkaline diet, if you're someone who's focused on intaking as much alkaline as possible, I want to remind you that copper helps with that. It supposedly integrates it with your food. You're just not supposed to drink too many liquids out of a copper cup because you could give yourself alkaline poisoning from that integration. Now we've got the Meakin tea set. We've got 6 teacups, 6 saucers, creamer, and sugar jar made from Meakin, England. Which I'm curious. I have to do some research about Meakin. I know a lot of them are Sheffield and other locations. I am curious where Meakin is located. But right now we've got too many very cool, very interesting things closing. So I want to primarily focus on what we have available there, alright? What do we have coming up? What do we have coming up? We got Tupperware and Pyrex. I was flexing about the Pyrex. Lot 144 going for $6. Let's take a look at that. Large kitchen lot. Again, these kitchen containers. I absolutely adore them. I have struggled to resell them a lot. It's just like, I guess because everyone gets everything in like pre-packaged boxes from the grocery store now. It's just not the same value that it used to be, but they're adorable. They're adorable. I have a nice ceramic sugar container in my kitchen as it is, so if you want to set that kitchen up in a way that's unique, homey, retro, highly recommend. We've got a Tupperware Pyrex lot, so the Tupperware lot of 2 Pyrex casserole dishes with a serving basket and 12 various size cups. I actually had some of these Tupperware cups growing up. That reminds me of being a kiddo. And I love the subtle little colors on the Pyrex dishes. I've never seen a Pyrex dish with a wicker basket like that. But likely, again, I want to let you know that's usually how it's like Pyrex dish in the oven. Put it in the wicker basket to serve it. Classic casseroles, that type of dealio. We've got the vintage bar lot from Zero. We got the Libby Watusi. We had the Libby Watusi Sunday glasses. A lot of 4 wavy vintage Sunday soda slot. They're great pastel. They almost look plastic in a good way, though. That's a very hard color pattern to get for Sunday glasses for sure. $17. We got more bids on these Chromex canisters. I'm glad, super glad people are appreciating these decorative / very practical pieces for your kitchen. Again, if I could, I would be highlighting and accruing those to my very best ability. Another Acorn France piece, but it's going for nothing. Come on, look at this. These are beautiful bowls. Octagon-shaped serving bowls. Great for accessories. Imagine those filled with olives. Black coffee mugs going for a buckaroo. We got Bodum coffee cups. What just got some competition? We got 90s Heineken beer glass lot. Just got another bid going on it. We have another vintage kitchen lot going for $55. That's a big batch coming up. And the picnic set. Let's look at the picnic set. So 90s Heineken set. So Heineken and Guinness used to have some serious, very fun themes to their marketing back in the day. And this is, I like this. As Acorn wrote in the descriptions. Oh, it's literally written on the glass. It's a utopian city art piece. Very neo-modern. Earthly paradise. These are fun. Great kitchen pieces. These are ones that you could hold on for history. Those are like heirloom pieces. You could buy those Heineken pieces. Looks like the competition's still running on them. I'm glad to see. And those guys, you could pass them down to your kids. So we got a vintage kitchen lot. We got nesting tin canisters. Again, the tin canisters I think are stunning. I wish I had more kitchen space to just have them full of these nesting canisters because I think they're adorable. We got assorted vintage mugs and some wall tapestries going on here. Oh, look at that butter dish. Oh my god. Okay, no wonder this one's running up to 55. And made in England mugs and Canada. Good lot. Good lot. Let's shout out Acorn Auctions Hamilton here. Great lot. Great call. Good batch. Staffordshire as per typical if it's made in England. Midwinter, more Staffordshire. Oh, and my beloveds. My beloveds, the tin canisters made in Japan. Oh my god, I love everything about this lot. $55, 12 bids. How long do we have on that close? Because I want to see the competition run it up. We've got 35 seconds. 35 seconds. If you're going to buy the Chromex, you may as well get in on that lot. 140. Add it to you. Yes, chat. Yes, chat. This is what we like to see. $60. I'm so happy about that. It's so exciting when you guys bid up items as I'm talking about them. I appreciate y'all so much for participating in this fun interactive experience. Oh my god. That's literally one of my favorite parts. I'm glad to see it's getting some love. It should get a little bit more competition. If you really want it, you gotta fight for it, you know what I mean? But those are super pretty. We've got the napkin holder, fair enough, $15, 8 bids. What are we looking at this accessory lot here? What are we looking at here? And we got the picnic set after. How much is the picnic set? Am I gonna have myself? Picnic set is a little bit later, so we'll switch over to this vintage accessory lot. Lot number 142. Serving tray, pineapple, salt and pepper shakers, 2 ups, and a mini vase. I'm trying to use vase because I feel like vase is more tasteful, more artistic. You know what I mean? I'm going to turn off my chatbot right now just to make sure it's not spamming too much here. Don't want to get in trouble. Okay. I like this lot. That's a fun lot. You need some bottoms for the salt and pepper shakers, but that's about it. Those are 2 nice cups. This is a good little accessory piece. How much are we running that for? Closed just now. All right, fair enough. I won't judge you. I won't judge you. Oh, it looks like we got another bid on the vintage kitchen lot, which is exactly what I like to see, folks. Y'all are making me excited about my career choices here. Another vintage kitchen lot. That was the one I was looking at earlier, closing for 0. That's fine. That's fine. I won't judge you. We had the Brexton vintage picnic set. What an incredible piece of vintage glory with the ceramic and glass picnic set. It all packs nicely into this case, and it is in great condition. Thank you to the descriptions made by Lynn. I appreciate that very much. Cool little piece of history. Probably still quite practical. I'm sure some of the plastics maybe not as effective, but the ceramic, imagine pulling up. You know how it's trendy to go to a park with some drinks and some food now? Imagine pulling up to a park with this set. It'll be the biggest flexor in hipster town. Okay, sorry, I'm getting too loosey-goosey with it, but you'll definitely stand out as a very tasteful and fashionable individual. That's a very fun thing for, like, dealing with current social obligations, you know what I'm saying? That's why the biggest flexor in hipster town is ridiculous. Unique serving platter. Let's catch this because we got some of the keynote items. We got Chromex closing. We've got the Heineken closing. That other lot closing. And 20 seconds left on the Brexton vintage picnic set. And I already showed y'all. So at 45 seconds, we've got this unique serving platter. Very stunning. Pewter or silver. Glass and metal. So it must be pewter. Very nice. That's fun. You got a grandma of any culture. She would love it if you brought her tea or lunch on this serving tray. So $6, that's a steal to make any grandmother happy. Brass lot about to go for $11. Very fair, very fair. Fenton and Noritake salt and pepper lot. Antique porcelain lot, also fair. Cranberry glass jug with stopper. Vintage pink glass. So we'll go to the pink glass and the cranberry glass. And let's make sure we don't have any high competition items coming up. No, it looks a little low at the moment, which is very fair. I just want to remind you guys, don't be afraid to stick around and get a little bit more competition in on the items that you've already purchased to like help create the accoutrements to your entire set. So this is the Fenton and Noritake. Cute, very cute. I love it. I like that one a lot. Kind of Islamic style. I should watch myself on that style of description, but I really like those ones. The gold ones, the gold trim ones here. I'll say Middle Eastern to be respectful. They're really pretty. $9, okay. Vintage pink glass plates. Stunning pink glass luncheon plate lot with a small serving bowl. Okay. Cranberry glass jug with stopper. Stunning red cranberry glass bottle with handle. Possibly Fenton. This is cute. Imagine putting your olive oil in it, or you could put some vinegar for your fish and chips, mate. Put some malt vinegar in that. Big flex. Another big flex. I like that one. $65 for the vintage kitchen lot. The one that you guys so lovingly listened to me about how awesome and very cool it is. We're doing a quick agua break. About to close in 35 seconds. Looking kind of, yeah, I think that's a fair bit up for you guys to get to. Beautiful spread of canisters. The butter dish is truly what speaks to me. If anything, I would buy it for the canisters in the butter dish. But the fact that you're getting like made in England, made in Japan, and made in Canada, great spread. Keen eye. Again, shouts to Acorn Auctions Hamilton for being so good at not only selecting the great products that make up this entire auction, but lotting them up. As a reseller of my own, I've learned that is one of the more difficult and expertise requiring talents. And we've still got 44 open lots in this auction. So I am very impressed to see how much attention we've dragged on. How much attention we have brought to be desired throughout this entire process. And thank you everyone for tuning in along the way, because I love sharing this entire experience with you, and I do collaborate with Acorn Auctions on a consistent basis. So if you enjoy what you're seeing, the best way to support is to hit that subscribe button, and don't be afraid to hit the thumbs up while you're here, okay? The closer I get to monetization, the closer you get to receiving these style of videos in a more digestible format. All of my YouTube monetization will go directly towards paying an editor, and then once it's at a higher state, I will pay a mod to hang out with us as we do this, and we'll provide more cool interactive features. I would love to have a counter of either the total value of the auction, or maybe we could have like little gambles, like over-unders. We could do over-unders on items, and then we can like participate together. But as you can see, I gotta do a lot of reading, I gotta do a lot of talking, so I definitely need a second hand for that, and I very much believe in paying fair wages and paying labor, so I don't want to ask one of my terminally online friends. Now, we got some lots. Unfortunately, not much interest. I do very much recommend, if you already bought some glassware, if you already bought some Fiesta ware, why not complete it with the amazing colors that are here? The two things that I want to look at, we've got this 1880s velvet goblet case. Bruh, a goblet case. And the donkey cast iron bottle opener. We've had some animal battles today. We've had some serious animal competition. If you bought that giraffe, you may as well buy the donkey. But this goblet case, what is it? 1880s goblet case with a satin interior. Look at how impeccable the condition is on that latch, too. Wow. Wow, 1880s. I would never have guessed. I wonder what that, like, if that embroidery, that symbol on the top has any significance based on society. But that hardware, even, those nails on the back. Oh my gosh. This goblet case, this is some very wealthy person was in possession of this previously. Looks sort of Masonic on top, but I'm not exactly certain. I don't want to say that with my chest out. But the donkey bottle opener. I could stay focused on one subject. But the donkey bottle opener. Bro, hang this on your wall. Have a good time. Whether man cave or hipster home. Oh my gosh. You pin it on your fridge with a magnet. You probably drill it into the wall. Oh, I want the donkey bottle opener bad. A donkey bottle opener. Oh man, I hope whoever purchases that gets some true joy. As much joy as I got out of it, I hope they get out of it. And again, on the 1880s velvet goblet case. Even if you don't have a goblet, which I'm not not surprised if you don't have a goblet, but the craftsmanship on that piece is very, very frickin', didn't swear, look at me, very friggin' serious. That's unique. That's another one where I would dare you or bet you to be able to find another one on eBay, because that's a tough go. We got Victorian drinking glasses about to close. Looks like we got another bid on the vintage pewter lot. No more competition on the donkey. I'm getting down key disappointed in y'all. That didn't work. That one definitely didn't work. Cutlery. I've also been having issues with cutlery sales lately myself. I guess it's just because it's easier to go with the Value Village pickups, but so we've got some Canadian-made cutlery. Let's see what makes it Canadian. The ornate Victorian. So we'll pull them both up. We'll do a little compare and contrast. I want to see the Canadian-made one, and then we'll open up the Victorian. And if this interests you guys, then maybe you can get a little involved. Where's the stamps on this? So Canadian-made, classic, probably made of pewter as well. Yeah, made in Canada stamp, 900 WB. Okay, interesting. The malleability does kind of speak to them being pewter. And then, so the ornate Victorian as we look at it, right? Oh, yeah. You can see the big ornate difference. What a butter knife too, though. And they're silver plated for sure. But there's silver included in this one. And you can kind of see from the difference of the sheen on the items, right? Like, it sounds very rudimentary of me to say, but the silver has more silver versus this has, like, you see how it's like kind of like a flat, like silver almost has a bright quantitative quality versus this, the Canadian made ones aren't as shiny. Oh, the donkey. Oh, it's $16 on the donkey. I'm disappointed in y'all. I'm disappointed, chat. Royal Dalton. Good to see the Royal Dalton's getting some attention. When I've been working with Acorn Auctions Hamilton here, the Fiesta and American-made pottery has been getting so much focus that I haven't seen any Royal Dalton really get the love that it used to. And this used to be the keynote. If you got a grandma and you talk to her about fine china, she's going to tell you this is the most expensive stuff out there. Peter was not very well during the evening. His mother put him to bed. So we got Peter Rabbit. All three are Peter Rabbit. We got a Peter Rabbit lot. Bunnykins. Oh, oopsies. Spoke too soon. Royal Dalton Bunnykins. Bunnykins. I'm fairly certain it is inspired by Peter Rabbit. Matching Wedgwood Peter Rabbit bowls. Okay, so the bowl is Peter Rabbit. I am not making things up. Those are going for $9. We got the pewter. We got some competition on the early Bauer mixer bowl. So let's take a look at this bad boy, see what people are interested in. And we've got Abbott of Spain planter sesh containers that I am also very interested in looking at. So this early Bauer mixing bowl, it is large yellow early ring style stoneware mixing bowl. Cool, interesting. Again, as I'm learning more about ceramics, Bauer ceramics. I'm gonna have to look up that one later. We are a little busy right now, so Bauer ceramics. What does the maker's mark look like on this one? Oh, no maker's mark. Okay. I'm sure they're included. I very much trust the verification process. Bauer must be a design type then. Interesting. Okay. And we've got the Abbott Spain planter sesh containers. A lot of 3 recycled glass basket weave style. Very, very, very cool. Wow. So this must be mold blown. If these were hand blown, that's absurd. I do enjoy the quality of these a lot. Kind of looks like brickwork is the only interesting critique I would give of it. Looks a little brickworky. I like it though. So we're getting some more bids on these bad boys. Oh, come on. I just showed you the Bauer bowl and the Spanish planter sesh containers. So if you're interested in that, I would say to get in on it now. Well, I'm not ex-photographer. I am still a photographer. I just don't own a photography studio, which I used to, with a wonderful business partner in the past. But then we had the Big Bad Rona. I like these, the photographs, the title on it. Antique photo album, a lot of 2 unused photo albums. I do really like these. Again, these ones I might have actually practically bid on if I had the capacity to do such, but that is not a big deal or not a problem. It looks like we got another bid on the Bauer Bowl. Thank you everyone for enjoying and participating in these discussions. I love to see you guys get hyped up as I get hyped up. I will say that every single time that I see it. I want to remind you guys that I do simulcast, okay? Do not forget this. So I am on Twitch, I am on Kick, and I am on YouTube. And the chat can see you cross-platform. So if you've got something to say, don't worry, you're not going to be alone. Everyone can jump in, all right? I understand that some of the new viewers on YouTube are new to this format as a whole, but I want to let you know I do generate a safe community where you can say what you think, all right? We've got a record lot that's getting some competition coming up here. How many records do we have involved within this record lot? We've got Neil Diamond, Sonny and Cher, a jukebox mix, and Disney's Haunted House Sounds. Okay, that's an intriguing batch. Great for samples, if I dare say so myself. If you do a production of any format, because now sampling is definitely not exclusive to the hip-hop music genre, those would be fantastic. Sonny and Cher and the Jukebox Jive. big. And we've got, for $13, about to close in 30 seconds, we've got the Girl Power Sewing Kit. Lots of buttons. There are button collectors out there, so there could be a gem in those buttons. Kind of reminds me of like Girl Scouts accoutrement. It's incredible as a reseller myself how many sewing kits you come across. And like, it just doesn't feel like a trade that would slow down as much as it has, or a craft, you should say. Like a craft that would slow down as much as it has. But really, sincerely, I guess it's just because people go to the dollar store to buy their sewing stuff. That one I'd be curious. I would love to see a case study on like why no one buys antique sewing stuff. A decorative sword. Okay, the dork in me needs to check out the decorative sword. Cast iron doorstops, another old, I guess before the widgets to keep them open. And they have a lot of these Audubon prints, which are so cute. I am always surprised at how little competition there are for the Audubon prints, because they're stunning. They're a really cool piece of history. Like, again, before phones, before everyone would have an encyclopedia, you would need to, like, if you've never seen a beaver before, someone would need to have a print of what a beaver is. So before I look at the sword, so like these animal documentation prints, these Audubon prints, James Audubon prints, they're not only made by like an artist who's notable, so they retain value, but like these little, you got moles, you got the little muskrats, or they're gotta be muskrats. Yeah, so shrews and a whistler, but some marmots. You had 2 marmots. These guys, before anyone had the internet, before you would be able to, like, in school have classes of, like, biology, it's like you would have to look at these prints to know what these animals are. They're incredible pieces of history. Now, that was, if I was balling, I would buy all of them off Acorn, and I would just have a animal print room. So I would need, so now, the post-stream, what we've established that we need to develop in my future, we need a blacklight room with uranium ceramics and blacklight ceramics, and I need an animal print room. Those are going to be my 2 eccentric generations when I have my farmhouse. Animal print room and uranium ceramics blacklight room. Steel sword. So steel sword means it's a bit more modern, especially if it's made of steel. Kind of generic culturally. Do we have any blade photos of it? Oh, yeah, weird blade shape. Very weird blade shape. And China stainless steel. So, yeah, intriguing, fun one. Fun, in a non-insulting way, fun toy sword. $12 on the early Bauer mixing bowl. As I said, I'm very glad you guys bid that up. I am so stoked when the chat gets as excited as I am in what is upcoming. And then the record lot about to go for $8, and the cast iron doorstop about to go for $5. This one that I do want to look at, 30 seconds left. We've got the lot 180, the blow mold vase. Now, I'm pretty sure the blow mold, now we say it, the blow mold is similar. This is what I thought the mushroom was. I thought the mushroom was blow mold. And could have been, but I don't think so. But so it's plastic blow mold. So that is the difference. That is the difference. Fiberglass versus blow mold. But this is very pretty. Stunning amount of detail. Blow mold is very rare and retains value. So I'm $13 with 3 seconds left. All right, you got it for a steal. And the Audubon print lot also about to go for $6 buckaroos on both batches. If you want to make that print bedroom, you want to make your own animal library. We've had mad ceramics. We had a big giraffe go. We had a lot of fight over the early animals. You'd even have a donkey bottle opener alongside your Audubon prints. And what a disappointment if you don't do the entire batch. Like, why not? Why not? Donkey, Audubon, ceramics. I think they all tie in well. Audubon book lot. Oh, that was a full error. I missed the Audubon. They got the entire book lot? Birds of America. Excellent condition. That's super fun. That's adorable. 1, 2, 3. It's the entire lot. There's 7. 7 out of 7. Oh, we got one more. So someone wants the birds. People want the burbs. What are we looking at? What are we looking at for the Autobahn burbs? What type of burbs do we got? We have the Baltimore Oriole. And a Purple Martin. Yeah, I like this guy. Just zoom in on him. Just giving you a... Look at that guy. But just imagine. My history. My previous major, before I went down my path of public relations and digital media, was to be a historian. I was a young man who had dreams. I thought, I should pursue my passions in university, not a practical career. So just the historian in me looks at those and it's like, just imagine being like a 14-year-old. You've never seen an encyclopedia, just mesmerized, just looking at these pictures of birds, like just stunned by it. Like the context of it really speaks to me. Vintage book lot about to close in 15 seconds. Stationary and book lot. Let's take a quick look. Another 30 seconds on this one. We've got Buddy and the Floating Island. And the Bobbsey Twins. And a Deco Parchment. The Parchment is kind of cool. We have a Parchment sample here. No Parchment sample, but that is okay. No judgment on Acorn's behalf. The Ephemera lot, which was mine, unfortunately. I gave it to Acorn Auctions. I was hoping that some of these like war maps and stuff could be framed because they're better with prints than me, but I also state that with absolutely no judgment. I just thought like they're wartime maps. I thought people would want wartime maps, but I'm also a humble person, so it's okay that if I am incorrect on any of these things. And we are looking at, we got a couple. We have 8 lots left, so it's been a great auction so far. And we've got one of the keynote pieces from when we checked out the most bids. We got another bid going on the decorative swords. The decorative swords getting some competition, even though it is a China-made stainless steel decorative dealio. We've got the Cheeky Peeky ashtray, fun cast metal ashtray. My reseller brain is very curious about what type of cast metal. If I had to presume, it is definitely primarily pewter as well. But we've got a morally irresponsible fine gentleman doing this in public. Definitely meant to be like the naughty conversation piece of your grandpa at some point. I've still got a lot of weird gag gifts from my grandfather in the same format. $40. I'm interested to see if it generates some competition. A very interesting piece of history. Just like those Autobahns that I was talking about where they didn't have like access to books and stuff like that. These jokey pieces like those Cheeky Peeky ashtrays. It was like I had, when I was picking, like joke cards. Like they had cards, like business cards with jokes on them. And that's what you used to carry around in your wallet to like entertain your friends. You'd be like, here's my joke card. So we've got the German technical drawing set that looks like it got some attention and some competition. The Cheeky Peeky ashtray is also about to close. So we'll take another quick look at the Cheeky Peeky ashtray and then we'll go over to the German technical drawing set. Wow, again, I've been doing very good with my mouthfuls of words, but that is a weird frenetic combination. Cheeky Peeky ashtray and German technical drawing. So this guy, how size is he? He's 4.5 inches by what looks like about 4.5 inches as well. So it's a good even size. Great. You can use it for multiple folks. I'm curious, if someone already wants to put $40 in on Cheeky Peeky, why not get more cheeky with your bids? You know what I'm saying? You're already willing to get that cheeky. All right, 5 seconds left. The Cheeky Peeky's about to go. We've got the German technical drawing set, made in Germany, quite possibly West Germany. It is an isograph set. So if it's a technical drawing set, it's usually for architecture and or engineering. Usually to draw technical maps, the stuff that you would be using. Oh man, I forgot the software. Been talking too much today. AutoCAD. Stuff you'd be using AutoCAD for. Drawing pen for drawing in accordance with ISO 128 and DIN 15 series, and for lettering in accordance with ISO 3098/1. Too much gibberish for uneducated baby. We got 3 of these lots. 3 of these lots. We got 3 of these lots. We'll do a little review after. I'll probably bring this stream over to a 3-hour totality. We'll do a quick review of what we have available. Acorn does like to close out their items. So typically, if you're watching one of the streams where I do it, because I host through the MaxField platform, they're live infinitely, and I'll go through the pricing. If they do disappear, that's totally cool. We'll do a little casual review of my retrospective from this environment. But I am very glad to see the amount of competition that we had. And again, y'all, one of my favorite parts about this entire process is seeing how engaged y'all get when I show an item and then we get a little bit more bids in it. I need a stool. That's also what I want. Talk about reflection. I'm fiddling with my chair so that I can like have it in a position that I can like relax a bit. But I need like a stool. I need to be like a stand up with a stool that's like easily accessible and it's like body height. So I'm like totally adequate, but I digress. We've got the technical drawing tools closing for $15. We've got 25 seconds left on the decorative sword. And then we've got the scale train items, which I have also been impressed through my own reselling journey about how many people still collect model trains. I know it's kind of like stamps that it was always pitched as like, this is the hobby you get into that retains value. But I thought in 2025, that might not be the case anymore, but it's very much true. I've been trying to learn a lot more about stamps, and I have been thoroughly thrown aback by how much these items have retained values through all these years. And I hope everyone's enjoyed. I put my professional lighting up so that no matter what time of day it is, so you can, I got some better quality light going on. I even tidied my bedroom as a reseller. It's still chaotic. I got a lot of my historical pieces, but it's still, I can only do so much. And then otherwise, I'm still carrying a little bit of grandma. I got Ukrainian babushka weight on me. So as you see, if you follow along on the process, you're going to see a more refined fellow here through the days. But I definitely loving carrying Ukrainian grandma. So that also means you're putting on 15 pounds when you go visit her for the family emergency. We got a minute left on the final item, Riva Rossi scale train item set. And it seems like all the big fish, the whales, the competition, the people who wanted the animals, the giraffe fighters, the fish dish fighters, they've all bailed out. But I am still very happy to see that Acorn Auctions was able to have such a successful evening through their fiesta pieces, through their lamps, through there was some finer, the finer ceramics, a lot of those, the little animals. I was getting hyped about the animals because I'm biased and I love little animals, but they really did well for them this auction. And I saw y'all. I really did see y'all as I'm pointing out the alabaster glass and other keynote pieces. They got bid up. So thank you everyone for getting involved. It's one of my favorite parts of the process. And it is closed. Let's see, I might be able to, yeah, I got a second to review, so we'll do like 5 minutes. We'll check out, we'll do high to low for y'all. We'll do high to low. We'll go through this top page, sign out. So we got 10 minutes of stream left. I want to say thank you again everyone for participating. It's always a fun experience. So my 2 lessons learned. A, lozenges, and I'll get the the lemon ones. And then B, I will the standing always set. Standing, I gotta do these streams standing. I have to make sure that I don't run around too much because that's a little bit too much. I gotta look too ADHD. But I feel way more free and comfortable when I'm able to like engage a little bit more personally. And I agree. Acorn Auctions is what a fun life, and it's why I pursue it too. I am so glad you guys are able to sustain yourselves off of it, because this is a very, very enjoyable and lovely process for me to be able to participate in that path alongside y'all. Again, and the contrast, talk about it endlessly, but the contrast of me and Patty selling everything, and then to see how well Acorn Auctions Hamilton does here with curating and being more selective with their products. I'm always a big proponent of like humbling yourself to other people's perspectives so that you could both enlighten your own personal development, but also grow throughout a business lens. As much as you can have endless years of experience doing what you do and doing what you do best, there's always someone doing what you do but slightly differently and having as much success as you are. Like specifically, like being a creative, being a YouTuber taught me that you have to be humble, because every idea you've had, someone's had that idea and they've done it slightly differently, and they're probably doing better than you. So like collaborating with a duo like Acorn is also very humbling in that same creativity inspiring process, because although I'm confident that I know what I'm doing, it's good to observe how it functions for other folks, because it's more knowledge that I can share with everyone who's watching these videos. And as I'm talking about a fiberglass mushroom lamp, I can elaborate more on it, and I'm very blessed that I have the ability to retain and absorb that knowledge, but I'm also incredibly grateful that I'm able to not only provide an entertainment and interactive process for the auction bidders, but hopefully I can share a little bit of that knowledge with you too. But hey, I'm just a guy on the internet. So top bids for the day. We're doing the summary. We'll go through like top 20, top 25. I'll do my sign outs for 5 minutes. We're gonna get out here. I appreciate Acorn Auctions. I appreciate everyone who came through. Thank you very much. I'm gonna do some cooking for myself probably. I have no idea what I'm gonna make today. We're going broke boys, so I don't know. We're gonna make something cheap and quick. Here for it, and here for you too, guys. We got the Fiesta Peony Vase. As not totally surprising, I'm slightly surprised it went up to $315. It is an incredible piece. I kind of understand why it went up after, again, experiencing and learning more from them. I understand the value in it, and it is definitely a nice piece of ceramic that is USA made, that will last. I'm getting better at swearing. That piece, that thing, that item will last probably another 100 years, 200 years. Like that, it will literally not break unless you put it through some serious thermal distress. Fiberglass mushroom lamp, another thing that I said, dare you to take that image, dare you to find the artist, I dare you to find it on eBay. So I do get why those pieces are also getting run up in value. It's like, even if it's made of fiberglass, it's made by an artist, it's artisanal, you're never going to be able to find it again. But it's another example of like the contrast of opinions. The fiberglass mushroom lamp, for example, if I put that on Max Sold of my local auction platform, it may accidentally only sell for $20 because someone doesn't understand that same rare collectability market, versus now Acorn's curated audience of buyers who are interested in the high quality stuff. So it's this funny little dichotomy of like, because I sell everything, you don't necessarily have the audience who's willing to dish out for the stuff that you know are worth so much. But I digress. The Maurice Chevron, the gourd lamp, and this vase kind of speak for itself. Like the glazing work on these two bad boys. Again, I need to learn more about that industry to understand a little bit more about the processes, but there's no way that you just add the dye one time and you've got one go. Like, he's got to layer it, and even that layering is like a very dangerous process because I know it can break. I used to help with ceramic artists. It's just trippy to me. It's very interesting. We've got the Armani Owls. Very intriguing. We've got the Vintage Kitchen Lot. 15 bids, $65. We've got the Cyronautical Cruel work of art. The custard glass dish. The custard glass was also surprising to me. I'm like torn from a public relations and reseller perspective. This would be like the only one that I would say maybe needs some Photoshop. But I'm not sure because Acorn Auctions already has the curated audience that knows what it is. But if you could have like the white and the green, the white and the black light image beside each other, maybe highlights it better, but then you would possibly be duping people into thinking that there's two pieces. I didn't know that custard glass insinuated that it also has uranium. Very cool though. I like that a lot. Vintage Kitchen Lot was one of the top tier ones, and that was one of the last ones that we bid up, that we hyped up. The Siren Nautical, this one, I liked it. I could tell it's good quality. Definitely wouldn't have pegged it as one of the top tier sellers. The Cheeky Peaky Ashtray, it's been up about that price the entire time, not surprised. The Rare Glass Grapes, also very reasonable, very easy to pick. The Hiroshige, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. The Japanese Silk Tapestry, I'm not surprised. Japanese Silk Tapestry makes sense. The Fiesta lidded canister, with the color matching patterns, I really thought if you're going to buy a peony pink vase, you're going to buy the Fiesta lidded canister. Oh my god, yeah, okay, there you go. My lack of endurance is starting to show. This is the out of practice. I was able to go for so much longer while working with them previously. This is definitely, I gotta do a little bit more endurance practice. Fiesta lidded canister. Like this guy, I just thought if you'd buy this, it matches the vase, and you'd want this as like a set for your kitchen. But I digress. Brass cat dish. Brass cat, $38. I wouldn't have pegged that. Like if I had that brass cat, I would have sold it to someone for 15 bucks. If it was in my hands, I would have been like 15 bucks cat. So very cool to see. Very interesting to learn from. The vintage TV lamp. Super detailed. It's a great bedside table lamp. The ceramic giraffe. People, Acorn's got a giraffe buyer. They have a giraffe enthusiast in their mailing list. They have to. Every time I work with Acorn Auctions, the giraffes are going for a good amount of money. They got someone who loves giraffes for sure. What else are we looking at? We've got MTM wall decor. 1960s Love Light. I also no idea what that was. So that was another educational thing for me. I guess like think of lava lamp era. Psychedelic hippie lamp known as the Love Light. And the Fiesta. Yeah, you got Fiesta buyers and giraffe buyers. But your Fiesta is like, you've nailed the Fiesta market. You've nailed that. That's like an interesting place you could seriously be focusing in on. It's just finding like USA made ceramics and having a chill time, just like divvying that up to your international community. This one, the Lay Sweden. Okay, because I noticed it was a stamp, but then I noticed nothing came up. So since we're doing review time, I'm not going to look up much more stuff, but this one caught my eye. What is Lay Sweden? I guess it's just like an unnamed Swedish brand. Alright. I can accept that. But yeah, congratulations, Acorn, and congratulations, you two. I think you guys did a fantastic job. Lynn and Aaron, great job. I should ask off stream if you guys want first names. I am not a last names dropper person online. I think that is the big boundary, but I will watch myself. My fun, that's the two. We'll see how serious I stay about it. But that's with my farmhouse dreams, my long-term dreams. I think I want like these orange, like the orange hobnail pieces here and the uranium. I might, once I'm old and wealthy, have like a blacklit room with the hobnail and the uranium, and then I love the Autobahn stuff. So like maybe because of historical context, maybe have like animal painting room black light room. And black light room is just full of very cool vases. The cork mushroom art, very cool also. Cork is so expensive now. That's why you see all the wine companies changing. Because they are trying to do it more sustainably. To add some context to that, based on my reselling knowledge, the cork has become way more expensive because the international community, I think it was the UN specifically, actually placed laws about how many they can cut down because they don't want to make it extinct because it is such a unique tree, just like the rubber tree. The rubber tree is much more sustainably grown because the rubber tree has a shorter growth span, but a cork tree, to cut it down to make that art, like that big piece of cork, that tree has to be like 60 to 80 years old. So that big plaque of cork right there, that's like fucking, excuse my language. No, see, I was doing so good. Doing very good. That's like 15 wine corks you have right there. And those 15 wine corks alone is worth $22 that the item sold for. But that's just to provide a relative historical degree, not necessarily to degrade how much the item sold for. The decorative sword went for more than I thought. I would have been pessimistic about the decorative sword. If someone passed me that decorative sword, I would have been like, I'll take it to a market and I'll sell it for 15 bucks. So I'm glad it found a good home. The Chromex, would have thought it went for more. Chromex, very cool. Again, I'm secretly, I kind of, the kitchen canisters are like a weird dichotomy because I thought they were in high demand when I first started reselling. I was like, yeah, because everyone who's like getting to like their 30s, mid 30s is going to want these kitchen canisters to sort out their kitchen with unique designs. And then I got to my 30s and I'm like, oh, I've already got enough canisters. I don't need to buy any more cool ones. And I'm like, this is what was happening. It's like, it's not that people aren't interested in them. It's just already, once you're at the age that you're looking into kitchen canisters, you're already set. It's like a big supply and demand lesson with kitchen canisters. I didn't consider that at all. And then otherwise, yeah, we'll go back to the main scene. Donkey bottle opener. Fish dish. All right. Okay. No, I'm getting. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. I had a great time. I'm so glad that Acorn had a great time as well. I want to remind everyone, best way to support Bailey. You watch this video all the way through. Best way to support me, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm so proud, so grateful, so blessed. Like Acorn saw it, they got on board. I was sitting around 200. We're almost at 500. So my work, the dedication, the collaborating with wonderful individuals like this has really, 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 truly paid off. Shouts out to the chatbot for coming in at the exact right time, because you can check out one of their Instagram pages through the link that my chatbot just posted in the live chat. If not, if you're watching this video in the future, you can also find it in the link. Like the link is in the description of the YouTube video, okay? These are some wonderful individuals that also host auctions monthly. So combined with me and their stuff, you'll have me and Patty streaming. Patty just had a kid, so there's a good chance that the reaction streams are going to be just me right now, but you will see them in my content on Instagram, and you'll catch them around often. So if you tune in and subscribe to this, you'll be able to catch streams by me that are done hosting a variety of items, and then we come in here on a monthly basis, work with Acorn, and show you some of the high premium, very cool stuff. So as they're saying, thank you so much. Next month is a premium auction, high end, and I've seen them sell jewelry and some of these statues. And statues is like a very primitive way to describe it, but sculptures. There we go. We'll go sculptures. Sculptures, rare museum stuff. I am incredibly excited to see what they have in store. And again, the history nerd buff will be geeking out about it. If we can coordinate on what the date is, I would love to advertise that ahead of time. Even if you want to put one of my pages as a collaborator on any of your posts, gladly you're welcome to take up space on my IG feeds, because I think, again, you guys have got great eyes. I can only do enough praising. It will never end if I just sit here. Yeah. I had a fantastic time. You want to see more of this? Best way is to hit me with a subscribe tab. And yeah. Had a good time otherwise, guys. Had a good time otherwise. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, you watch this, it might be irrelevant in the future because you're watching this a week later. But tomorrow I'll be on all day at the warehouse. We're finishing up our own auction listing. And then Wednesday evening, I just designed a website for a client. So Thursday evening, I will be going through the last details. I'll be monitoring, fixing up the SEO, fixing up some spacing just to make sure that it's sizable for any monitor as well as the mobile browsers. Man of many hats. Previously, my professional career was in corporate communications and public relations, and the way I brought a unique value proposition to my role is I was also a multimedia journalist, so I am very experienced in photography, videography, developing websites. I can read coding, so I do use some of the cheater platforms to be able to do the designing. I'm not necessarily a coder, but I do know how to interact with the entire process. I understand SSL certificates and how to like host a website, fancy WordPress stuff, all that fun stuff. So I get contracts from here and there, and it's very nice to be able to update my portfolio. But I digress now. I've been talking about myself too long. Thank you, everyone. I want to remind everyone, Acorn just dropped in. Their next auction, soft close, June 3rd. Rare museum stuff. Very excited to participate, very excited to share it, and I will be sure to promote that for y'all, all right? Life's about to get crazy for Bebe. I'm a multitasking individual, but I am here for it. I'm ready. I am more inspired than ever, even with the challenging times, all right? Thank you, Acorn. I appreciate y'all. Had a great experience. I hope all the viewers enjoyed as well. Lots of love to y'all. Lots of love to y'all. Have a good evening and good luck with all the administrative work. I'll just shoot you another thank you text, of course, after this. But all right, everybody. Bye.